Welcome to True Crime and Wine Time. I'm Terry.
And I'm Lana.
Tonight, we are uncorking the truth behind one of the darkest crimes and breaking it down together with you.
One case, one conversation, and one or maybe two glasses of wine to take the edge off. It's time to get comfortable and double check those locks before we get started.
So let's take a sip and dive in.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Happy Monday. Happy Monday to you, Terry.
Happy Monday. How
Love
did the
it.
Monday get here so fast?
I don't know, but I could have definitely used an extension of a weekend. I'll tell you
Yes. And how are we almost done with August?
that. I know. It went by very fast. So,
Hold on. That's weird. That my screen just went all black.
oh no, I've had that problem.
Okay, it's back. Like, don't be doing that to me now.
It's Monday, though.
Yeah.
You know how tech is on Mondays.
Yes. Hello, Buffy. Hi, Lainey.
Hello, friends. Hello.
Buffy,
Well, we are here.
Is it hot there too? Because it's hotter than Hades here. It's 106.
Oh,
That's our
wow.
temp.
It is absolutely gorgeous here. It's like 70 something degrees all week. Very cool. Feels a
Okay.
little bit like fall.
Rub it in. Rub it in. Rub it in.
Ah,
So it looks like today we are back into Murdaugh stuff and we're reading some new stuff.
yes, a lot seems to have happened in the last week in the Murdaugh world. So I'm very excited to talk about it because, oh boy, it's we already knew things were going to start getting spicy between the two sides. As I've said before, they're both very entertaining sides to hear, watch, and read. There's never a dull moment, really, when it comes to Murdaugh stuff, ever. But we got some goods for you today, that's for sure.
Yes.
Your hair does
So,
look great.
oh, thank you, because I was like, oh, my hair looks like crap, but thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. So let's see, what do we have up first?
Well, before we do, if you haven't yet, guys, please like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, you know, all those YouTube-y things so people know that we're live and we're about ready to talk about some wild Murdaugh stuff. So thank you. And if you're watching this as replay crew, be sure to leave a comment letting us know your thoughts on today's coverage as well.
Isn't it weird? Because I know we were both on earlier today, that because I said that earlier, I thought I already said it just an hour ago with Midday Missing. That's why when you started saying it, I was like, I just said that. And then I'm like, oh no, that was a different show.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So, guys, bear with me. I am pulling this up because Llama is making me be a big girl and pull up my own stuff to read.
Yeah.
So hopefully everybody can see this, and then I'm going to move it over here so I can read it.
Looks great. Perfect size.
All I know is I want this heading to say poot. That's all I want it to say. That's all I want it to say. So August 17th, via email, 2026, the Honorable Deborah R. Miscaslin. So I'm not going to read all of that, but this is State versus Richard Alexander Murdaugh. So, dear Judge McCaslin, given the court's concerns about cost imposed on Colton County, the defense would first recommend Richland County as a venue. The size of the potential jury veneer, that's different. Is that venue? Veneer? Is on scale.
That's a new word I learned from this.
I'm like, I've never seen that word, scale, comparable to Charleston, thus giving a much greater opportunity to find an impartial jury. Further, although not an absolute requirement, the racial demographics are similar to Colton. Neither defense nor the state would need to book hotel rooms for its attorneys, staff, or SLED witnesses. The state objected that the Masters Golf Tournament during the first trial week might make Richland County accommodations unavailable. But it is unlikely witnesses will need hotel rooms during the first trial week because that week will be mostly or entirely consumed by jury selection. You think?
Yeah, for sure, right?
I'm like, is that Captain Obvious or what? Finally, defendant respectfully requests that when attempting to minimize costs created by the venue transfer, the court give at least equal consideration to costs imposed upon the defense, which lacks the state's nearly limitless resources.
It's true.
True. It was defendants' constitutional rights, not the state's, which were violated by the intentional conduct of Becky Hill, an elected state official. One reason defendants suggested Charleston is that the defense has access to offices near the courthouse. The state, of course, has offices at every courthouse in South Carolina. It is appropriate that the court act to protect the people of Colton County from costs created by their own elected officials' unexpected criminal conduct.
Yeah.
It would be inappropriate to do so by imposing excessive and avoidable costs on the victims of her conduct. As an aside, we discussed with Mr. Waters an attempt to resolve this issue when court adjourned last Friday, but did not receive a response. Thank you for your consideration in this matter. Sincerely, Richard A. Harpootlian.
Now, I thought the judge said she was going to try to find a place, but I guess he wanted to put in another suggestion.
Of like, that's a little bit of shade.
Yeah, Columbia is the capital of South Carolina, I believe, right? I think we determined that on the last show.
Determined that, yes.
So they want to go to the capital instead, which everybody works there anyway. So I think that would save a lot of people money to be there, but okay. All right. So that was on the 17th, last Monday that came up. Let me switch my little screens around here. So also on that same day, you remember how in the hearing, Jim, defense attorney Jim, brought up the Allendale murder, and that he said that the same gun that killed Paul, I think Maggie and Paul. No, I think Paul. Maggie was blackout. Paul was shotgun. Was used in this Allendale murder. Right. And we are all like, say, what? What are they talking about? That's the first we're hearing this. Well, they said that Fitz News was the one who talked about it. So Fitz News wrote a whole article about it. So I figured, why not learn now what's actually going on in this Allendale case? I don't know anything about it, but I was like, ooh, that sounds very interesting. So that's what we're going to do. So this article is from Fitz News. They've been covering the Murdaugh, everything Murdaugh for years. So they are very in deep with Murdaugh news. And their articles are longer, but I feel like they put in a lot of parts of the backstory in there in a way that, maybe this is the first article you've stumbled upon. Well, they're going to make sure you know some of the other, finer details. So
I love it, but at times it's frustrating. But I do love it in most cases.
Yeah. So this is titled Murdaugh Madness, about that Allendale murder. So heading into last week's big status conference for accused killer Alex Murdaugh's impending retrial, we knew ahead of time most of the subject matter that would be discussed in open court. By the way, this was written by Will Folks. I forgot. Is he the editor? I think he might be the editor of Fitz News, but I can't recall. Debate over venue, DNA evidence, polygraph results, and the admissibility of testimony from Murdaugh's internationally watched first trial dominated the proceeding. But as noted in a special edition of our Week in Review, defense attorneys dropped an unexpected bombshell on these proceedings. To recap, Murdaugh is once again facing 2 counts of murder and 2 weapons charges tied to the graphic slayings of his wife, 52-year-old Maggie Murdaugh, and their younger son, 22-year-old Paul Murdaugh. Now, those murders took place on the evening of June 7th, 2021, at the family's Moselle hunting property in Colton County, South Carolina. The weapons used in the murders have never been recovered. Now, Murdaugh was convicted of both murders in March of 2023, but those convictions were unanimously overturned by the South Carolina Supreme Court in May after justices concluded former Colton County Clerk of Court Rebecca Becky Hill put her fingers on the scales of justice when she improperly inserted herself into the jury's deliberative process. Now, Murdaugh's lawyers have repeatedly pointed to other parties as being potentially responsible for the double homicide. And last week, those theories appear to finally have some basis in reality. Now, during a discussion about prosecutors' ongoing discovery obligations ahead of Murdaugh's retrial, defense attorney Jim Griffin told South Carolina Circuit Court Judge Deborah McCaslin that he had seen a Fitz News report on a recent murder in Allendale County, rumored to tie back to weapons associated with the Murdaugh case. Quote, "There was a recent murder, we believe, in Allendale County," Griffin told McCaslin. "It has come out of the investigation, and what has been leaked to the press is that Murdaugh murder weapons were connected to the Allendale County murder." And we were all like, what?
Because I didn't think those weapons had been found. Or
What are you
nothing wa-
talking about, Jim? What are you talking about? Even Creighton's like, what the fuck you know? What? What are you talking about, Jim? It was definitely a bombshell. We were all like, what? Quote, "We would like to know where Murdaugh murder weapons connected to this Allendale murder," Griffin asked, arguing his client was entitled to information about any subsequent analysis of cartridge cases recovered in that investigation. Lead prosecutor Creighton Waters seemed genuinely surprised by Griffin's assertion. Quote, that's the first I've heard of it," Waters told McCaslin, adding he would be flabbergasted if SLED had developed such information without notifying prosecutors. Would you though? Would you be
I was gonna say, would
flabbergasted
you though?
when it comes to SLED? Get out of here. McCaslin was similarly shocked by the revelation. "You've certainly raised my eyebrows," she told Griffin. A short time later, Waters told the court he had received information from SLED's general counsel confirming the 300 blackout ammunition had been used in the Allendale homicide, but insisted the agency had run the evidence through the National Integrated Ballistics Information Network and found no leads or hits on the blackout that was used in the Allendale shooting. SLED subsequently issued a statement claiming 300 blackout cartridge cases from the Allendale homicide were triaged with the NIBIN on August 13th, 2026, the day before the hearing, and no investigative leads were developed to any previously entered evidence. Okay. Those definitive sounding statements raised as many questions as they answered. However, now, this is just an ad that says subscribe now. So if you're watching us, please subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell, like this video, leave a
Yes.
comment. I like how they just work that in there for
Right in
us.
the middle for you.
And subscribe to Fitz News as well. They have a YouTube channel and stuff. So, for the past few weeks, Fitz News has been investigating the April 25th, 2026 murder of Frank Alexander Brown III in Allendale, South Carolina. Now, according to his obituary, Brown was from Islandton, South Carolina, a tiny Colton County community where the Murdaugh family's Moselle hunting property was located. Oh shit, it's like right there.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't know that.
okay.
In fact, Brown's last known address was his mother's home on Dobson Road in Islandton, approximately 2.4 miles southeast of the Moselle dog kennels where Paul and Maggie Murdaugh were murdered. What? and just 1.25 miles northeast of where SLED conducted an extensive search for the missing murder weapons on June 19th, 2021. Oh, so this is very close to that area.
That is like right down the road.
Yeah. Which is very interesting because, also in like rural small town areas, murders are not very common.
Right.
So when one does happen, it's a prominent family, and then another very close, like, yeah, I think anybody should be asking some questions or be on the lookout,
And if you
'cause
find
this doesn't.
ammunition matching the same type of gun used instead of or murder,
Mhm. No. Stay safe, Buffy.
could you send some rain my way, please?
Where was I? So Fitz News was investigating Brown's murder based not just on this convenient geography, but on information which suggested multiple connections between his case and other individuals who have surfaced during our years-long inquiry into the broader Murdaugh saga. Ooh. Ah, stop it, Buffy. This is old news. And that's from a comment we got on one of our videos last week.
Oh.
Yes, over news that was like a day old. Anyway,
Oh, so it wasn't breaking news.
yeah, it's been our running joke of the day.
Okay.
But this is interesting. I wonder who it's lining up with. Ooh. Now, these inquiries included, but were not limited to, questions about the firearm used to kill Brown. During our previous Week in Review episode, which aired on August 8th, 2026, we let our viewers know we were investigating reports that a firearm potentially connected to the Murdaugh family had been used in a subsequent crime. That report did not identify Brown, nor did it make any reference to Allendale County. Quote, "We have not been able to validate a lot of it, and I'm not sure if it's even the gun," Fitz News research director Jen Wood cautioned. As our investigation continued, Fitz News submitted a pair of Freedom of Information requests to the South Carolina State Law Enforcement Division, SLED, the lead investigative agency working both the Murdaugh murders and the Allendale murder inquiries. Those requests, submitted on the morning of August 12th, 2026, were accompanied by a detailed list of questions related to the agency's investigation into Brown's murder. So it looks like Fitz posted this tweet, I think it is, or X post, whatever you want to call it. I don't really care. Saying regarding the Allendale murder. Wait, when did they do this? August 15th. So this is after the hearing. Regarding the Allendale murder referenced during today's Alex Murdaugh's status conference, there is no Fitz News reporting on this crime because our inquiries are ongoing.
Okay.
Here are the questions. Let me
I
zoom this
can't.
in because I can't read those.
They're small.
Doop, doop, doop. There we go. All right. So this is from Will Folks to Frank Alexander Brown III. Hey, Ryan, please see the following questions related to the murder of Frank Alexander Brown III of Islandton, South Carolina. 1. Can you confirm an investigation into the April 25th, 2026 murder of Frank Alexander Brown III? 2, what is the status of this investigation? 3, who requested the investigation? 4, when was the investigation requested? 5, is SLED in possession of any video footage of the shooting? 6, is this video available under FOIA? 7, is there any information available regarding a suspect description? 8, is there a suspect in the murder? 9, has SLED requested the assistance of the public in its efforts to identify and apprehend a suspect? 10, what kind of weapon, excuse me, was used in the murder? 11, has the murder weapon been recovered? 12, is there any ballistics information from the murder linking the ammunition used in the murder to any other high-profile crimes? 13, are there any connections between this crime scene and the investigation into the June 7th, 2021 murders of Paul and Maggie Murdaugh? 14, are there any connections between this crime and Alex Murdaugh of any of his known criminal associates? 15, consider this a request under FOIA for any and all publicly available information related to this incident in Sled's possession. 16, consider this a request order under FOIA for Frank Alexander Brown III's criminal record as maintained by Sled. Ooh, those are some pretty good, interesting questions
Yeah.
they asked there. All right, so the timing. So while SLED has not provided responses to our questions or acknowledged our FOIA request, its statement from last week indicated spent 300 blackout cartridge cases recovered from the scene of Brown's execution-style homicide were triaged and entered into NIBIN last Thursday, August 13th, 2026, one day after our request was submitted. Now, thinking back to these questions they asked, that's interesting.
Yeah.
This is very, very interesting. Do we take Sled's word on this? Oh, so a guy is murdered execution style in April. It is August.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
nobody knows if a crazy person is running around executing people?
you would think
Why?
that would be important for the public.
You would think. You would think. And I'm not saying that it is or is not related to Murdaugh, but this is kind of the same behavior you will see with Sled. If you didn't watch the trials or know anything, you will see that we do need to question Sled, period. That's just how it is. And so that's very interesting that then the next day after their inquiry, they run it through this thing, even though they haven't bothered to do that in how many months? 4 months? For an execution style murder?
Yeah. Why are you sitting on it? It's
And
not like you have a lot of murders, right?
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
I mean, that would be different if it was like a big city.
Yeah. Things, go unnoticed in a city.
Right. But
not here in small ass Colton County. So what's that about? I think we should ask questions, even if it's not related. I'm very interested in this case now. Because why? And also, how long does it take to scan that whole database? Less than 24 hours? Then why wasn't it done sooner?
Yeah.
Just saying. Now, that triage entry took place nearly 4 months after Brown was killed, but one day prior to the high-profile Murdaugh status conference. Well, they already pointed out when I just said I didn't know that, but I didn't know they were going to say that. But again, it's very interesting. The timing is not a coincidence, in my opinion. And it kind of seems like Fitz is asking that question too. Like, it's weird. Now, why did the agency wait so long to test the evidence? Was their triage entry prompted by the questions Fitz News submitted the previous day, or by the looming hearing the following day? Hold on. Elbelfeet's calling me, which is weird. Do you mind?
No.
Okay. It's awfully early for him to do that. Give me just a second.
Okay.
All right.
Hello, Mary. Welcome in. I could start trying to read it, but it is very small on my screen, so we will wait for her. Buffy, I agree. It will always be Twitter, and it will always be a tweet. I mean, I get the whole branding with X thing, but it's still Tweeter, Twatter, whatever it is. So yeah. Does anybody else find this timing interesting? Because as I'm sitting here thinking about it, you've had all of these months to do it, and you don't do it till either A, you get a request, a FOIA request, or because a status hearing is the next day. Because I agree with Lava that don't you think we need to know if somebody is running around killing people for some reason? You like that, Twatter? Yeah, that's what I used to call it, because there's a shit show sometimes over there. But I find that interesting that they waited 4 months. 4 months. Let's see. I'm going to try to read this next part.
It's okay. I'm back.
Oh, you're
I'm
back.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was
It
gonna.
was
Is
just
he
a
okay?
quick. Oh yeah, he's okay. He just wanted
Okay.
to give me news that he isn't going to have to work out of town the next few days. So that's nice because I was like, oh, I don't
I
like
love
it.
that you answer phone calls.
Like
I
it.
mean, I'm beginning to learn you use the phone more than I ever thought.
I don't know about that. I only saw it because it's sitting right here because it's close to little, not so little Alma coming out of school.
Okay.
So, but also, and then it's Friday, an insurance adjuster is finally coming to our house to look at the back wall.
Oh,
So
nice.
from the storms that we had 2 weeks ago. So anyway, it was important, so he didn't forget to tell me later.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I find it very interesting that they don't test it. Like I was just saying, either one, because of the FOIA request, or two, because of the status hearing. Is that what lit the fire under your butt?
I don't know. But I do think it's interesting. All right, where was I? You didn't read this, right?
No,
Okay.
because it was too small for me to read all of it without putting my glasses on.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. The only thing that sucks on this one is because it's from remove paywall. Even if I make it smaller, it doesn't
Right.
like fit it in.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Okay.
So perhaps, all right. Perhaps most significantly for the Murdaugh case, when was evidence from the June 7th, 2021 murders of Maggie and Paul Murdaugh entered into Niven? Fair question. SLED has stated that submitting ballistics information to Niven is standard operating procedure in all of its cases involving firearms, and that the casings from the Murdaugh double homicide were previously uploaded to the system. Now, as of the publication of this report, however, the agency has not indicated when it uploaded this evidence. So, what does no match actually reveal? So, as discussed in our weekend review report, lead Murdaugh attorney Dick Harpootlian was skeptical of SLED's conclusions, reminding the court that David Owen, the lead agent on the murder investigation into his client, admitted under oath to misleading grand jurors on the initial probable cause affidavits leading to his indictment. That is just one of the many follies we have with SLED. One of many. And that's a big one. That's a very, very big one.
That's huge.
Yeah. In fact, the dismissal of the original indictment against Murdaugh is the focus of another pending motion ahead of its retrial, as are proposed sanctions tied to the alleged fabrication of the blood spatter evidence used to obtain them and used to convict Murdaugh in the court of public opinion. Harpootlian pressed prosecutors for more definitive evidence. Did they pull the shell casings from the murder trial and compare them to the shell casings to this? Harpootlian asked. That's an excellent question. Why would the lead investigative agency in both cases, the agency which retains custody of all of the evidence tied to both cases, rely on a computer-generated analysis from a national database when it could make a direct comparison? The defense also sought specific documentation from prosecutors showing exactly what SLED submitted and what comparisons were actually performed. Here we have another ex post from the day of the last hearing, August 14th. SLED's statement on the Allendale murder referenced in the Murdaugh hearing today. So, SLED's statement was SLED was requested by Allendale Police Chief Jim Evans on April 25th, 2026, to investigate the murder of Frank Alexander Brown III. Fired 300 blackout caliber cartridge cases from this Allendale homicide with the incident date of April 25th, 2026, were triaged and entered into the Niven on August 13th, 2026. As a result of these actions, no investigative leads were developed to any previously entered evidence. Attached is a picture of the subject. Anyone with information on this incident, please send your tips to SLED and by calling that number. So, we want to see if they submitted it, Harpootlian said. I'm going to get better with my impressions. What was the result? Is there a written result? That is a critical distinction. SLED's statement did not say its firearm examiners physically compared the Allendale cartridge cases side by side with the 300 blackout cases recovered at Moselle. It said the Allendale cases were entered into Nibbin and that the process gathered or generated no investigative leads tied to previously entered evidence. For that result to meaningfully address a potential connection to the Murdaugh murders, evidence associated with the Murdaugh crime scene would need to have been available for comparison within the relative system. If the relevant Murdaugh evidence was entered prior to August 13th, 2026, the lack of a Nibbin lead from the Allendale submission would be significant evidence against a ballistic connection between the two cases. If it was entered afterward, or if the relevant evidence was otherwise unavailable for comparison when the Allendale cases were searched, the August 13th result would tell us something very different. It's also unclear whether SLED ever obtained shell casings from a 300 blackout belonging to Paul Murdaugh that was allegedly stolen 4 years before his murder. That gun went missing in the fall of 2017 and was replaced the following spring. Could that have been the weapon used in the Allendale murders? The next section is what we know about the Murdaugh casings. So, like Paul Murdaugh's stolen rifle, the 300 blackout rifle used to kill Maggie Murdaugh has never been recovered. At Murdaugh's first trial, however, SLED firearms examiner Paul Greer testified about comparisons between cartridge cases recovered around the Moselle property and those found near Maggie's body. Griffin summarized that evidence during Friday's hearing, telling McCaslin the state's firearm examiner had concluded extraction marks on a 300 blackout cases at the murder scene were consistent with cases recovered elsewhere at Moselle. According to Griffin, the state's original analysis was that the same firearm had ejected the cases found at the murder scene and those previously fired around the property. In other words, investigators did not necessarily need to recover the missing rifle to have comparison evidence associated with it because they had the cartridge cases. And that makes the chronology, oh my goodness, Lama, it's been a long day, chronology of the Nibbin submissions particularly relevant. So are they saying were they even put into the system at all? That's what they're saying.
That's what they're kind of saying.
Yeah. For when in regard to the Murdaugh, did they ever put them in the system at all? Because they just compared the two, it sounds like.
Yeah.
So when did the Murdaugh bullets or casings were they ever submitted into the system?
They may not want to answer that.
Fair. What is with all these Owenses? I know, right? Yikes. Yikes indeed. Yeah, it's chronology. Thanks for the assist, Mary. I appreciate it. Or I think it's Crow. It doesn't matter. Whatever. A 4-month gap. At this point, Fitz News has not uncovered any forensic evidence establishing a connection between the weapons used in these two crimes. And SLED's August 13th Nibbin results weigh against one, assuming the appropriate Murdaugh evidence was already in the system and available for comparison. Because they're right, the SLED just said other crimes. They didn't specify Murdaugh specifically, which is interesting.
And you would think they would if the data was in there. It's like the whole spin doctor thing. I'm answering your question, but not really.
Yes, I agree. Unless, listen, they might want to withhold things to not spook somebody, but you got to question these people, I'm telling you. Despite how you feel about Alec.
I wouldn't trust SLED.
SLED leaves a lot to be desired. Okay. But the absence of a confirmed ballistic connection does not resolve broader questions surrounding Brown's murder, including a host of links to the criminal network surrounding Alex Murdaugh. Nor does it explain why cartridge cases from an April homicide apparently weren't entered into Nibbin until August, immediately after a media outlet began asking SLED detailed questions about them. More important than the evidence, though, is the true heart of the story: the man murdered in Allendale. Our investigation into Brown's background and associations has uncovered multiple connections to individuals and criminal activity already familiar to longtime followers of the Murdaugh saga. Ooh, tell us who.
I was like, could we get a list, please?
Right. Those connections do not prove his murder had anything to do with Murdaugh, Moselle, or the missing weapons, but they are significant enough that we believe they warrant scrutiny. And that is where this investigation will go next. So that is the end of that article, which I think it raises excellent points.
Yeah.
They're not saying it has nothing. They're like, wait a second. The cops SLED kind of worded things kind of weird,
They did.
and listen, if it says no, Murdaugh supporter, okay,
Yeah.
at all. But they're not wrong in the questions that they were asking, and I think that is very, very interesting points indeed. Also, why have you been silent about this murder for 4 months?
Right. For 4 months.
It's weird. It's very, very weird.
And I do find it weird, and I agree. If you have both of them physically, why wouldn't you do a physical comparison and trust
Right?
it more than
Both. You do both. You do both.
I
When
don't
you're gonna
know. I'm not saying
rely,
it's suspicious, but it's making me ask
I am.
questions.
I am. Chronologically.
Okay.
Chronology. Whatever.
Uh,
Fine.
Add to
Mama's word of the
stage.
day. All right. So next up on our list. So 2 days later, August 19th. So that's last Wednesday. This is filed by the defense.
That's
Okay. I'm sorry, the state. The state. And it's the correction of defense counsel's false statement at the August 14th hearing regarding the polygraph comments that Poot made. You remember that?
I do, which I think is going to be interesting. So, introduction. The state hereby files this document and moves to correct factually incorrect statements made by defense counsel at the hearing before this honorable court on August 14th, 2026. Defense counsel's claim on the record at the hearing that defendant Alex Murdaugh passed a SLED polygraph as to the murders, much less any governmental polygraph on any subject, is categorically false and clearly said for no other reason than an attempt to prejudice this court and the public. Next, the state filed a motion to exclude mention of any polygraph examinations at trial to preclude any prejudice from their mention before a jury. Given the longstanding rule throughout the courts across the land, they are not admissible due to their subjectivity and questionable reliability. During a discussion of a polygraph given to Eddie Smith by 2 SLED examiners prior to the first trial about the murders, defense counsel Harpootlian, close enough, stated the following: I will tell you, Mr. Murdaugh passed a polygraph, flying colors. So the same polygrapher, so it may play a role in this trial. Video of the proceeding can be found online, and the quoted portion begins at approximately 51 minutes and 2 seconds. When counsel Harpootlian makes the false statement that defendant Murdaugh passed a polygraph, defense co-counsel can be observed to look at each other in a way that can only be called incredulous, and then start to whisper with one another.
They're filing, and then they started to whisper, Your Honor. whispering.
I'm waiting for it to
Each
say
other.
they should be holding contempt of court for whispering.
Right, I mean, that's literally what they do. And
That's
it's whisper. They're master with. I still don't understand how they, because I am not good at people that whisper. So it's impeccable. But it's so funny. They were whispering.
They whispered. So, defense counsel's above quoted statements contain a number of verifiably false factual statements that the state is duty bound to correct. Sure it is. First, defendant never submitted to a SLED polygraph before or after the first trial on any subject. Second, the two SLED polygraphers who examined Eddie Smith, the same polygrapher as defense counsel stated, never examined defendant Alex Murdaugh at any time on any subject. Okay. The state has been made aware of an FBI polygraph that was given in October 2023 after the first trial to defendant. This was not done with the involvement or knowledge of the Attorney General's office, and that polygraph result was first provided to the state by the FBI today, August 19th, 2026. Okay. Sorry. Defendant Alex Murdaugh was examined by the FBI polygrapher in October 2023 only as to whether he had hidden other assets or whether he had told another attorney he was stealing money. Financial matters to which pled guilty both in state and federal court. Despite that, Murdaugh failed the FBI polygraph on financial matters, with results showing defendant was trying to use possible countermeasures against the test.
I wonder if that YouTube links to our channel. Just kidding. No, it's not.
Probably not. Would be nice if it was.
One of these days.
One of these days. Therefore, despite defense counsel Harpootlian's statement to this very court on the record, 1, the defendant never submitted to a law enforcement polygraph given by the same polygrapher as SLED. 2, much less to a polygraph by anyone on the murders. 3, even though he did take an FBI polygraph solely on the financial matters. 4, he failed it. When counsel for the state consulted with the defense co-counsel on this matter yesterday, defense co-counsel admitted they had no knowledge of any basis that would support the defense's statement before this court that Alex Murdaugh supposedly passed a polygraph on the murders. Okay. The state is now compelled to correct defense counsel's false statement into the record, as it is false as to each detail that the defendant Murdaugh was given, much less passed a polygraph on the murders with flying colors, or that any polygraph was given by the same SLED examiner who examined Eddie Smith, or that he passed any government polygraph as to any subject.
Yeah, Creighton was very unhappy.
You think?
He was very, very unhappy about that, about the SLED thing. He was just like, not today, Poot, not today. So next up, because we're still in news from this week, we have another Fitz article written the same day as Creighton's filing there, called "Flying Colors: State Disputes Alex Polygraph." Let me add it to stage here. Now, I think what we need to do, Terry, is I think we need to take this picture and put it in our community tab and have people caption it, because that face,
I think that would be great.
Of Alec is just.
I think we should. Here, I'm going to take a screenshot of it real quick.
Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me get rid of that ad so you have a better one.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, wait. Oh, there we go. Perfect.
There we go. Okay, that will be fun.
What the fuck? I made a huge mistake. I don't know, but I love it. It's one of my favorite pictures so far. All right, so let's get into this article, and they're going to talk more. I know, Creighton gave us a little bit of information, but Fitz gives us a lot. So, all right, so this is written by Jen Wood, who in the last one we learned was like head of research or something like that. So, South Carolina prosecutors are accusing defense attorney Dick Harpootlian of making a categorically false statement when he claimed his client, accused killer Alex Murdaugh, passed a polygraph examination related to the murders of his wife and son with flying colors. I mean, here's the thing, Poot. Right? When you're a very hyperbolic, theatrical attorney, you maybe need to rein some of that
Rein
in
it in
here.
just a
All
little bit.
right, just a little bit. In a sharply worded filing submitted this Wednesday, August 19th, prosecutors said Murdaugh has never taken a polygraph examination concerning the June 2021 murders of his wife, Maggie, and son, Paul, much less passed one. Now, according to the filing, the only known law enforcement polygraph administered to Murdaugh was connected by the Federal Bureau of Investigations in October 2023. That examination dealt exclusively with Murdaugh's financial crimes, and he failed it. The filing came 5 days after a contentious pretrial hearing in Lexington, South Carolina, in front of Circuit Court Judge Deborah McCaslin, who is presiding over Murdaugh's second double murder trial. I don't think we need to read those parts. Blah, blah, blah. That's he gets a new trial, blah, blah, blah. All right, here we go. During last week's hearing, attorneys discussed a motion from the state seeking to prevent either side from mentioning polygraph examinations in front of the jury. The motion was prompted in part by a failed polygraph administered to Curtis Eddie Smith during the original investigation into the killings. Smith, a longtime Murdaugh associate. Oh, that happens to me
Freudian
all of the
slip.
time. Maybe. A longtime Murdaugh associate who allegedly cashed hundreds of checks for the disgraced former attorney was questioned by South Carolina State Law Enforcement Division polygraph examiners in May 2022 about whether he shot his wife and son or was present when they were killed. So they're saying that he failed that. That's interesting. It's convenient for the state of when polygraphs are
Right.
reliable and not
Exactly.
reliable. It's very convenient how they do this, but I don't give a shit about any of them. But it's like, oh, they can't be used in court. Don't worry about them. But by the way, he did fail this one. Look at this one.
But it's been proven murderers have passed them.
Yeah.
And innocent people have failed them. So to me, it's mute.
Exactly.
Poot, it's moot.
It's moot. Now, as the attorneys discussed Smith's examination Friday, Harpootlian made a startling declaration. I will tell you, Mr. Murdaugh passed a polygraph, flying colors, Harpootlian said. The same polygrapher, so it may play a role in this trial. According to prosecutors, virtually every component of that statement was wrong. Defense counsel claims on the record at the hearing that defendant Alex Murdaugh passed a SLED polygraph as to the murders, much less any governmental polygraph on any subject, is categorically false and clearly said with no other reason than an attempt to prejudice this court and the public. They wrote, oh, look, another reminder to please subscribe to our channel now and hit the notification bell and subscribe to Fitz News. So do those things. Verifiably false. Prosecutors said Murdaugh never submitted to a SLED polygraph before or after his first trial, whether about the murders or any other subject, even though he did, though, with the FBI, but it wasn't SLED. But all right, I get what you're saying. They also said the two SLED examiners who tested Smith never examined Murdaugh. The state has been made aware of an FBI polygraph that was given in October 2023 after the first trial to defendant. Prosecutors wrote. According to the filing, the examination was conducted without the involvement or knowledge of the SC Attorney General's office. Prosecutors said the FBI provided the results to the state for the first time Wednesday, the same day the correction was filed. Wow. So they didn't even know until that same day.
Wow.
That's interesting. And the FBI was like, receipt.
Yeah.
Here you go. Here you go. Now, that examination was not about the murders. Instead, prosecutors said Murdaugh was questioned about whether he had hidden additional assets and whether he had told another attorney he was stealing money. Financial matters tied to crimes to which Murdaugh subsequently pleaded guilty in state and federal court. Despite that, Murdaugh failed the FBI polygraph on financial matters, with results showing defendant was trying to use possible countermeasures against the test, the filing stated. Prosecutors said defense co-counsel acknowledged during a conversation Tuesday that they knew of no basis supporting Harpootlian's claim that Murdaugh had passed a polygraph concerning the murders. The filing also pointed to Rule 3.3 of the South Carolina Rules of Professional Conduct, which prohibits attorneys from knowingly making false statements to a court or failing to correct material false statements previously made. Ooh. Prosecutors asked the court to correct the record, arguing Harpootlian's statement was false in every material respect. Murdaugh was not examined by Smith-Sled polygraphers, was never tested about the murders and did not pass the one known government polygraph he took. The defense had not filed a formal response to these assertions as of the publication of this article. Now, the existence of Murdaugh's failed FBI polygraph was first disclosed publicly in March 2024. Well, then why did they just act like they were a surprise Pikachu on Wednesday about it? Okay.
Maybe because they didn't get the official results until FBI gave them that day?
Maybe. I mean, I guess I didn't need to go to the state prosecutor office. Maybe they didn't request it or something. That's fair. 6 days before his federal sentencing hearing. As part of a September 2023 federal plea agreement, Murdaugh agreed to provide full, complete, and truthful information about all criminal activity known to him and to submit to a polygraph examination at the government's request.
Okay, but if they can't be used and they're not reliable, why would you demand somebody take one? That's the part I don't understand.
I don't either, because it's all psychological warfare, but I don't know. This gets me. It's a moot point. Oh, no.
It is a moot point. It's a cow's opinion. It doesn't matter.
Speaking of cows, you know who loves cows? David Gingras, that's who. There was a lot of cow talk this morning in Couch Court, by the way. Lots of cow talk. All right, where were we? So that examination followed 4 interviews conducted by federal prosecutors and the FBI as investigators searched for more than $6 million in assets that remained unaccounted for. Federal prosecutors subsequently told U.S. District Court Judge Richard Gergel that deception was indicated during both series of questions administered to Murdaugh. The specific topics were not publicly identified at the time. Exhibits connected to the examination were sealed because they related to an ongoing federal grand jury investigations and allegations involving other individuals. Okay, so that could be why the state didn't know about it. Now, Wednesday's state court filing appears to provide additional detail about those questions, identifying them as relating to hidden assets and whether Murdaugh told another attorney he was stealing money. Federal prosecutors argued the failed examination constituted a breach of Murdaugh's plea agreement and released the government from its obligations under the deal. Gergel ultimately sentenced Murdaugh to 40 years in federal prison to be served concurrently with his state sentences for federal crimes, guys. The federal term provided an additional layer of incarceration, regardless of the outcome of his upcoming murder trial, right? Because what did we say he got last week, Tara? 17 years
17,
from the state for financial crimes.
I think so.
Oh, yeah.
17 or 19.
So then he would still have like a remaining,
Right.
couple decades still. The Cousin Eddie polygraph. The dispute traces back to a far different examination, the May 2022 polygraph administered to Smith. Now, that exam generated significant controversy after deception was indicated when Smith denied shooting Maggie or Paul and denied being present at Moselle when they were killed. Which again, this is very important because the state is, being like, we don't care if it was wrong or right. Like,
Right.
we're just not going to use it. But one of the things that I've argued with a lot of people is that the state has their story of what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Their story is that Alec shot them.
Right.
If another person shot it, then guess what?
That makes
That's reasonable doubt.
Right.
That casts reasonable doubt that Alec shot them himself.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's interesting that they'll be like, well, Eddie said it didn't matter, but then it does. It's very interesting how they
What
cherry
are
pick
the
these things.
chances that Murdaugh's team paid the polygrapher who did Eddie's on the side as a contract and didn't go through SLED?
What?
Because
mean?
they're saying the same polygrapher gave Murdaugh, the
Yeah.
polygraph, and they're saying no, he didn't. But how do we know they didn't contract him separately? Because I know you can go.
Alec was only interviewed by the FBI.
But that's what I'm saying. If Poot is saying that he passed one with flying colors and he took one by the same polygrapher, how do we know the defense didn't go do one separate on their own and they just haven't revealed the results?
Could be, perhaps, but I don't know if you would really want to do that for your client because it's not admissible anyway. So you're
Right.
just kind of like, but maybe, who knows? Now, Murdaugh's attorney seized upon those results in an October 2022 filing, arguing SLED failed to adequately investigate Smith as a possible suspect. And I will say, I do not think that it was Smith. I don't think it was Alec, but I don't think it was Smith. You know why? Because he couldn't even shoot Alec in the head on the side of the road. He grazed his ear. And you're trying to tell me that what happened with Maggie and Paul, that he did that? I don't believe that at all.
Yeah.
Because how could you not then complete it with Alex? So
yeah, because Alex was sitting right there. These people probably moving and running away. Yeah. So yeah.
I have never thought that Eddie seemed also like a killer. I know with killers, we don't ever know, right? People can do whatever, but the way that, and we'll do a little bit deeper dive into the side of the roadway because you requested, to learn a little bit more once we get to it. But Eddie's a lot of things, but I don't think he's a murderer either. So he probably knows shit. But I don't think that he's ever done that, but we'll see. We'll see when we do a deeper dive into it. Now, Smith denied any involvement and insisted he was approximately 35 miles away when the murders occurred. Polygraph results are generally inadmissible in South Carolina courts because of questions surrounding their subjectivity and reliability. In its latest filing, prosecutors cited the long-standing rule that no mention of a polygraph test should be placed before the jury. Now, whether Smith's examination or any testimony surrounding it can be raised during Murdaugh's retrial remains before McCaslin. I'm going to actually open that in its separate link so I know to put it on our list of things to cover. Thanks, Bits News. Meanwhile, Harpootlian submitted a separate letter to McCaslin on Monday, August 17th, proposing Richland County. Oh, we're not going to go. Okay. Sorry. We're going to skip the Richland County stuff because we already went over it. All right. That's all. That is all for that. So, yeah, the rest is all retrial things. So,
I thought it was going to be longer. Let me
I thought
pull
so too.
mine up.
I thought
Let
so
me
too.
pull mine
Nope.
up.
Go.
And I need to start with Poot's part, which, yeah, right here.
I was gonna say,
Defense
yeah, it's like,
attorney, huh?
when this was the day after
At the
8/20. So is that Thursday?
August 20th. Yes, that was
Yeah.
Thursday.
Okay. Okay.
And this is not Fitz News. This is WCNC in Charlotte. Defense attorney Dick Harpootlian admitted that he conflated several facts and made an incorrect statement. Harpootlian issued the following statement about the correction. In last Friday's motions hearing, the state argued their motion in Lyman to exclude any mention of a polygraph in the trial. During the hearing, Your Honor ruled in the state's favor. In my argument against the state's motion, I represented to the court the state's witness and Mr. Murdaugh's co-defendant, Curtis Eddie Smith, was administered a polygraph pursuant to a proffer agreement and failed the polygraph when asked if he had killed Maggie and Paul Murdaugh. The state concedes this is true. However, I went further to state that Mr. Murdaugh was administered a polygraph by the same examiner and passed with flying colors. I realized I mistakenly conflated several facts and my statement was incorrect. Since the court ruled no mention of a polygraph would be allowed in the trial, I assume my statement had no impact on the court's disposition of this motion. I am not permitted to disclose any further details regarding any polygraph testing related to Mr. Murdaugh.
Well, there's that.
That's why I think he took another one somewhere. And the rest is about change of venue.
Okay.
So
no decision has come in. I mean, I found all of these last night. So before this, I did not see any confirmations or decisions. But if more come out later today, we will add them on to next week. Oh, I closed out my thing like a dum-dum. All right. So that is it with the what's new. All right. So all of that has happened in the last week. So very interesting developments there. Oof, calling it the shade publicly.
I mean, how do you think Poot handled? Because I have a feeling he doesn't like to admit his mistakes very often.
Probably not. It's rather embarrassing. Oh yeah, it's very embarrassing. So, but don't worry, friends, we're not done yet. All right. We got through all the new stuff. We're going to try to bring you new stuff at the beginning, and then we're going to go back and watch the things we need to for retrial preps. So that's where we are now. The retrial timeline portion of things. We're on, what happened on June 7th, 2021. All right. So we got some things for you today. Try to get as much as we can in, which I think we just might.
I like that Miss Amy's up in the right-hand corner with us. So it's kind of like she's with us today. And I love that.
Her little head up there at the top.
I love it.
So last Monday, we talked about when we were reading SLED's timeline of events, which was rather confusing. And they mentioned that Paul had 2 Snapchat videos with Alex. Well, I think they're both on Snapchat, but now I can't remember. It's just a little misstatement. That's all. You're right. Just a little misstatement. And so this first video was earlier in the evening. I want to say they said this was between like 6 and 8 o'clock. I don't remember the specific time, but it was in the early evening.
I thought it was earlier.
Yeah, before Maggie gets there and stuff. So, all right. So this is very short video, but this is the video they were talking about.
Better than it was, ain't it?
We'll watch it again because it's only a few minutes.
Better than it was, ain't it?
Now, the significance of this video, I don't really see much of this necessarily being like super significant. But what the state will address when we go to rewatch parts of the trial, and probably will when the new trial, is look at the shirt he's wearing. And that shirt he's not wearing later at night, which I'm like, yeah, I don't think that's not weird.
I know. My first thing is, why are you out there in your chinos, your shirt, in your nice leather loafer shoes? Why are you outside like that is my question.
Well, he had come from the office.
I know, but you
He
change
drove from there,
shoes, at
yeah.
least put on some wellies that come up to your knees or something, dude.
But so, they're messing around with a tree. And then the other
tree needs to
video,
be staked.
it does. The other video that Paul took that night is, this is one of the many kennel dogs,
That's what
Bubba,
I think, Buffy.
and what's that? Rich people.
Rich people. They just probably throw them away.
Right. So the important part of this video is that this is right before when they believe the murders happened.
Right.
They believe it happened literally right after this video, which I don't know about that, but maybe. But the significance is with this video is that it's Paul filming this dog. You'll see why. And then that you hear Maggie and Alex's voices in the background, which it is very clearly his voice. And a lot of people say, the jurors said, that this video was what really did it in finding him guilty. But I don't know if it's that solid. Like, that wouldn't be enough of all the reasons for me. But he was there. I mean, it is not disputed,
Unless
like, at all.
Tell me exactly what time Maggie and Paul were murdered.
It was his friend's dog.
It's his friend's dog.
It's the one that lives down the street that he was calling.
Yes. And he needed to show them,
right?
because he had something wrong with his ear or something.
Rogan. Was that his name? Oh, shit. I can't believe I forgot his name. Hold on. Rogan Gibson. You're right. Thank you, Mary, for that correction. Bubba is Rogan Gibson, Paul's friend who lives down the street. That's right. Okay. Back on track. So this is that video. Just so you're going to see this referenced a bazillion times in case you didn't watch or know anything about this case. He's such a good boy. Such a good boy.
Quit, Cash. Quit. It's okay. Come here. Come here, Cash. Shit. Post it. Cash.
And you'll later see when we watch the trial, you hear the water because they were cleaning out the kennels, right? But you hear the water. Just remember these things when you go to hear testimony and whatnot. And because they use that water, if I recall correctly, they use that water to be like, oh, he was cleaning up the crime scene. I'm like, what? It's just a kennel.
Oh, I see his tail, Mary. He does have a hot spot on his tail.
Yeah.
Mange.
Or did he deglove it? I don't know.
Not
but
sure.
He was taken. Oh, he had a hot spot. Okay. That's Alex.
Hey, Bubba.
It's a guinea.
This is a chicken.
He's a chicken.
Come here, Bubba.
Come here, Cash.
Come here, Bubba.
Cash. Quit.
You recognize Alex's voice?
Yes, sir.
100%?
Yes, sir.
It's a chicken.
Can you point out Alex Murdaugh, the person whose voice you recognize in this video in this courtroom, please?
Sitting right there in the gray jacket.
All right. So, we already watched that. Okay. So, those are the two videos that you are going to hear so much about. So much. So, I
Do they?
wanted
Because
to.
I don't remember, because I didn't watch the day that all happened. Did they ever give a timeline, or did Snapchat ever tell them exactly what time that video was done? Because
Yes. So, there is
what
a
time it was
Snapchat witness.
sent, but does it say what time it was recorded?
Believe so.
Okay.
I know there's a Snapchat witness because I put together the whole
Okay.
trial list. I don't remember enough to tell you yes or no, so I don't want to speak out of turn on that. But there was a Snapchat person who came in and gave a
Okay.
testimony for like a half hour or whatever. Oh, okay. So Bubba is the Murdaugh dog and is the yellow lab. Cash is the chocolate lab with the ouch
Oh,
tail. Oh, okay. I forget many things. That's why we're gonna, all
it's,
get back into the swing of things together because it was a lot of information and it's been a while.
and it's been a while.
So, all right. Next on our list of things, we are going to listen to Alex. Okay. So the state's theory is that immediately after that video was recorded, because he was trying to send the video, he was Rogan down the street wanted a video of his dog to see how the tail was going because I think somebody had looked at it that day or whatever. So that's why he was like recording it. And he ended up not sending the video to him.
Right.
So the state believes that right then and there, as soon as he was done filming, he exits out, goes into the one feed room, and then boom, it all starts happening. And then I was going somewhere else with that and I forget what it was. But then like an hour goes by, right? Alec takes off driving, blah, 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 blah. And then he comes back and he calls 911. So this is again, June 7th, 2021. Give it a second. Okay. Anytime now. There we go.
Hampton County 911, where's your emergency?
This is Alex Murdaugh at 4147 Moselle Road. I need the police to answer immediately. My wife and child have been shot badly.
Okay, you said 4147 Moselle Road in Allendale?
Sir?
You said 4147 Moselle Road in Allendale?
Yes, sir. 4147 Moselle Road.
Stay on the line with me, okay? Yes, sir. Stay on the line with me, okay?
He did not.
Hello?
I'm still here. Stay on the line. I'm still here, okay? Carlton, I have an Alex Murdaugh on the line, caller from 4147 Moselle Road. He's advising that his wife and child was shot. Mr. Murdaugh, go ahead and talk to Carlton.
It's 4147 Moselle Road. I've been up to it now. It's bad.
Okay. How did they shoot? Did they shoot themselves?
Oh, no. Hell no.
Okay.
They most
Are
certainly
they
did not.
breathing?
No, ma'am.
Okay. You said it's your wife and your son?
My wife and my son.
Are they in a vehicle?
No, ma'am. They're on the ground out at my kennels. I can tell that.
And did
I
you
can
see
tell that
anyone?
he's shot in the head, and he's shot really bad. He's shot really bad.
June 7th, 2021, 22 hours, 7 minutes, 9 seconds.
Okay. Oh. What's that?
I'm still here, okay?
Colony County Communications.
Congressman, I have an Alex Murdaugh on the line, caller from 4147 Moselle Road. He's advising that his wife and child was shot.
Okay, and sir, give me the address again.
Oh.
It's 4147 Moselle Road. I've been up to it now. It's bad.
Okay. How did they shoot? Did they shoot themselves?
Oh, no. Hell no.
Okay, and are they breathing?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and you said it's your wife and your son?
My wife and my son.
Are they in a vehicle?
No, ma'am. They're on the ground out at my kennels.
Okay, and did you see anyone?
Oh, that is horrible. Sorry.
He shot really bad. He shot really bad.
Okay, where is he shot at?
Ma'am, I don't know, but there's blood everywhere. I can see his brain. Face down. I tried to turn her a little bit, but she's got a hole in her head.
Okay, is he breathing at all?
No, nobody.
Is she? Okay.
So I'm just going to pause this real quick for image sake. So let's see, can you see my mouse? Yes. So over here in this white door area here, that is where Paul was found. And then over here is, I believe, where Maggie was. So there was kind of a distance. I believe that Paul was first, and then Maggie, she was running away. But we'll get into that more. But I just wanted, since we had a picture, a visual, I just thought it was a good reminder, because sometimes you like look at the maps and you're just like, well, which way are we going here? So.
Do you see anything? Do you see anyone in the area?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Is there any guns near them at all?
No. There's here.
What color is your house on the outside?
If that's what you're asking, they didn't shoot themselves, ma'am.
What color is your house on the outside?
It's white. You can't see it from the road.
Okay, is it a house or a mobile home?
It's a house.
Okay, and what is your name?
Sorry. The fast one of my 911 calls are horrible to listen to, regardless, right? But he says some things where you're just like, what? He was so insulted that she asked home or mobile home. He was so, it's a house. Like, how dare you?
Okay, but in all reality, Alec, you're at the kennels, you're not at the house.
Yeah, but he felt
he
like that was such a slight.
He was insulted. Don't you know my name? And don't you know I live in a house?
How insulting. All right, let's get going.
My name is Alex Murdaugh.
Okay, did you hear anything, or did you come home and find them?
No, man, I've been gone. I just came back.
Okay, and was anyone else supposed to be at your house?
No, ma'am. Please hurry.
We're getting somebody out there to you.
The house has nice wood.
Oh, man. Oh, should have known.
Okay, what is her name?
Maggie and Paul.
Maggie is her name?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. When's the last time you talked to Maggie?
Hour and a half ago, probably 2 hours ago.
What? Okay, you said about 2 hours ago you talked to them?
Approximately, yes, ma'am, approximately.
Okay, did she say what they were doing at all?
No, I talked to her in person.
You talked to her in person?
Ma'am, please hurry.
We're getting somebody out there to you. Me asking you these questions, don't slow them down, okay? And you sure they're not breathing? Is he moving at all, your son? I know you said that she was shot in the head, but what about your son?
Nobody. They're not. Neither one of them moving.
What is your telephone number?
942-1227. I'm going back to my house just to get a gun just in case. I'm about 100 yards from my house.
And does anything look out of place?
Ma'am, not particularly, really, no, ma'am.
Okay.
I mean, I do think it's weird that he heads back to the house to get a gun at that point.
I know you're upset, Mr. Murdaugh, but I don't want you to get a gun and have a gun out whenever my officers get there, okay?
I will not do that. He's been being threatened by, my son had a boat sex. He's been being threatened for months and months and months. He's been hit several times, and he should finally quit.
Do you know who was threatening your son?
A lot of people.
It's too many people. Hold the phone. 1 second.
And you don't know the name of who was threatening him at all?
My son knows, and my son knows.
Your son knows who was threatening him?
I have another son now.
Okay.
Oh, I guess she was a little bit under the awning by the doghouse, not where I originally pointed from. That makes more sense. See, I told you. I get so confused.
All right, I'm going back down there.
Yes.
June 7th, 2021, 22 hours, 13 minutes, 58 seconds.
Are they close, ma'am?
Yeah, they've been around with you ever since you got on the phone with me. I have multiple people coming out there to you.
This is a cold-blooded murder.
Okay, can you do me a favor, Mr. Murdaugh, and turn on the flashers on your car so that way they can see where the kennels are?
21. Phone out 618. You will be 615. That's the murder.
Do you have your flashers on for me, Mr. Murdaugh?
Yes.
Okay. I don't want you to touch them at all, okay? I don't know if you've already touched them, but I don't want you to touch them just in case they can get any kind of evidence, okay?
Over here, like I said.
I already
Sorry.
touched them trying to get to see if they were breathing.
Okay. Well, I just don't want you to move anything just in case they can get any kind of evidence, okay?
Oh.
Okay. And did your son, I know you said that he had been threatened, did your son make reports of this at all?
Yes, ma'am.
He did?
I mean, not a lot of people.
And what's your son's name?
Paul.
Paul?
Ma'am, I'm going to call. I need to call some of my family.
Okay. Well, do me a favor for me. Whenever you see the officer or the medics, because they're all coming to you, can you put your gun in your vehicle for me?
Absolutely.
Okay. But we have them come in, turn on the flashes on your vehicle so they can see you, okay? You got the flashers on for me?
I do.
Okay. All right. Just whenever you see them, put your gun up for me, okay?
Okay.
Well, how old is your son?
22.
Okay. All right. We're getting them out there to you, okay?
And I will answer you first.
All right.
Okay, so there's the 911 calls, because there were a few of his 911 calls, and in case you don't know the story, his son Paul, there's a whole boat crash incident a few years where Mallory Beach lost her life. Listen, sometimes Paul is not a very well-liked person, at all, for fairly decent reasons. He was not great. He wasn't great. I think it's less likely that it was somebody involved there trying to get vengeance, because they had several years to do that. However, in a case, there's a lot of people with a lot of motives for not only him, but with Al. I mean, these people have fucked some people over, period. Like, so I don't think it's entirely out of the realm, but I would not put very much of my money into that. This was, if it wasn't Alex, that it was somebody having to do from the boat crash. That doesn't really.
His eyes are so creepy there on that picture, just staring straight at me.
Don't worry, I'm changing it. So yeah, like it's one of those where the victim is not, one of the victims is just not.
Paul was a little bit entitled and a little.
He's a little shit.
He's a little shit.
I'll say it. I'll say it.
He was a spoiled brat.
But his death, what happened to him, is horrific.
It's horrible. He did not deserve that.
When you go to watch the medical exam, it is not good. It is not good. So, because some people are like, oh, well, why didn't they just know it was Alec right away? Like, there was a list of people with a lot of grievances, legit, very understandable grievances. If it wasn't with Paul, it was because Alec had been stealing millions of dollars from people, drugs, like pick one. There's a lot that it could be. So, in case you weren't,
put up the trigger warning banner.
Did you? Do we have one?
Should I?
I mean, it's all blurred out. So.
Is it okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. You will not see. These are all blurred out from the news. So don't worry. You will not see any bodies. But okay. So we had 2 body cams. This is from one of the first officers, Officer Green, comes on. Well, we have one. I don't know if we'll have time to watch the second one, but we'll at least do one for today. I'm going to do CCs on here. Hopefully that helps, because it is raining, if I remember right, at this time. And these can be hard to hear. So.
Central 717 scene is secure. Got a Whiskey Fox, Whiskey Mike, both gunshot wounds to the head.
Sir, I want to let you know because of the scene, I did go get a gun and bring it down here.
It's in your vehicle? Do you have any guns on you at all?
No, sir. It's leaning up against the side of my car.
Okay. You're fine, man. You're fine. Turn around for me.
I don't have any.
Okay. Yes, sir. I see that. Okay. This is your wife and son?
And son.
Okay.
It's bad.
Oh,
It's
isn't it?
bad. Check the pulses.
Yes, sir. This is the firearm you brought from inside the house?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I went and got. This is a long story. My son was in a boat wreck a few months back. He's been getting threats. Most of it's been benign stuff we didn't take serious.
Okay.
You know, he's been getting like punched. I know that's somebody. I know that's what it is.
Okay. When did you get home? Right when you called, or did you go to the house first? Where is the house?
I came to the house first. My mom has late stages Alzheimer's, and my dad is in the hospital.
Okay.
I left. I don't know what time. I can go back on my phone and tell you the exact times. Did you check?
Okay. Did I check what?
Did you check them?
We got medical guys that are that's what they're gonna do. Okay.
What are they doing? Can they hurry?
They are. Yes, sir. That gentleman that was out here already, he's one of the battalion chiefs. Okay. How did you pull up? You from back there?
I went to the house and they weren't home, which was odd. I tried to call.
Okay.
And then I knew they had been down here before I left to go to my mom's.
Okay.
And so that is loaded.
Okay.
You might want to unload it. But
Is this the only firearm with you? This is the only one, or is there any more in the truck?
I believe that's it.
You think that's the only one? Okay.
I'm 99%.
Do you normally
certain that's
have
right.
any other firearms in your vehicle?
I don't, but
Okay.
occasionally there's a pistol in there.
Okay. Just wait right here for me for a second, okay?
Central House.
Copy.
Kill your front lights, I can't see. Six, 5, 3 outside.
Okay.
Enjoy it, sir. And well, I've already spoken with Captain Deal. He's got crime scene. He's contacted them. He's also going to give us the assistance of a couple of field agents. Roger that.
I'm even checking their data.
So I think
They are there.
sorry, I had to go to the bathroom. So based on you should always, I guess, double check just to make sure people are like actually, dead, because you don't ever know. Some people have been shot in the head and completely survived.
Yeah.
But it's very obvious at least that Paul is definitely definitely dead. There's really, quite frankly, no point of checking. And same with Maggie, but it's very obvious with
They
him
still
more
gotta
than Maggie.
check.
Yeah, they still got to check. So, but yikes.
I just turned on those.
Yes, sir. That's what it looks like.
Randy. Maggie's smaller than Where are you now?
My mouse keeps disappearing today.
All right. Yeah, the police are here now. The police are here now.
Affirmative.
That's my brother.
Okay. When was the last time you were here with them, or talked to them, or anything like that?
It was earlier tonight. I don't know the exact time, but
Okay.
I left. I was probably gone an hour and a half from my mom's, and I saw them about 45 minutes before that.
Okay.
I rode around with Paul for 2 hours this afternoon in the pickup truck.
That's your son, Paul? Okay.
somebody going to check them?
Yes, sir. They've already checked them.
They did check them?
Yes, sir.
This is official that they're dead?
Yes, sir. That's what it looks like.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
I'm very sorry. Gotta call her parents.
What's her name?
Her name is Maggie Murdaugh. Margaret Brandstetter Murdaugh. How you doing?
What's her birthday?
9/15/68.
Okay, and what's your son's first name? You said Paul?
Paul Terry Murdaugh.
Paul.
And what's his birthday?
Jason, if you have anybody coming through town that can stop and pick up that tent, I see lighting off in the distance.
What are they covering them up?
I got some getting dressed now, Sheriff. I'll have somebody stop and grab it.
Tell them they don't have to do that. They don't need to. Preserve what we can.
653. Where's it at? I'm in town.
I actually tried to be Delta 8 because he's going to be
What
the
don't
only
they
one
need
that's
to
got
do?
access
What's Paul's
to where it is
birthday?
right now.
Cover them up.
April 14th,
Everybody with their
1999.
southern
Put it up
nicknames
as wide
in
as
this.
you can. That's fine. You said 99?
Sir?
He was born in 99?
He's born April 14th, 1999.
Okay. What's your first name, sir?
My name is Alex Richard Alexander Murdaugh.
Richard Alexander Murdaugh?
How do they not know?
Must be a noob.
No. Hey, Cody,
Officer
come
Green.
around the truck and then go to the building. Come around the truck and then.
There's a set of prints off behind the trailer there.
Yes.
I don't know if it's from
What's that?
ours or not, but there's a set of footprints behind the trailer there too.
Okay.
Yeah, they just this crime scene securing is
A 6A.
Yeah. Double murder. They're all just walking over all of the place, driving wherever. It's it's at night in the country. I get it, but also like it's not your first. They do such a good job preserving anything. And listen, there's plenty of murders that happen at nighttime all the time. All right, and there's protocols for a reason, and it's as if they never had them.
It's their
Ever.
first day on the job.
Kind of, yeah. It kind of seems like that. For what is a high-profile double murder in a small-ass county with a very rich, well-known family, that's what, if I lived there, I would be very nervous because if this is how they treat people with the money, you can only imagine what it's like when you don't have it and you're not that significant.
Yeah.
And no, should that play a role? No. But is that
But-
reality? No, not at all. Not at all. So you're going to see a lot of that. Just be like, oh, geez.
About 30, 3, just 8's going to be the last one in and grabbing the tent.
Just go over to that corner of the building.
And why aren't they containing him in one area instead of just letting him walk around everywhere?
That too. Mm-hmm. I would immediately have taken him away from the scene. Like, all right, you're going to sit in this car and we're going to drive somewhere else to talk to you, or, you know.
I see quite a few tire tracks in here. Were any of these you going in and out?
No, I came in here and I left one time and I came back.
Okay.
The rest of them, maybe
Okay.
from earlier, but
Okay.
only 2 are mine.
Did you go out this way at all?
No.
Well, that's right.
Hey, stay. Got a whole bunch of stuff right there. I don't want to disturb.
I know that. I was trying to get the door there so we can kind of get around that way.
Your best way is probably going to be back through those rocks because we can't get any tracks.
I mean, he did admit that he was just
We'll go back
he
around
drove away from there earlier.
Thank you.
Do you have name or anything for him?
Yes.
Okay, I'll get that in a little bit. Then.
Okay.
Poor doggies are scared.
I know.
Poor babies.
The dogs do make me very sad. I mean, the scene
All of it.
itself is very sad, but
Yeah.
like the dogs whine, because they do know
Mhm.
that
They don't-
something horrible has happened because they smell the blood. They are not. The dogs know what happened.
There's several of us out here. There's a long dirt driveway right next to the mailbox that says 4147, and you'll see all our lights down here at this shed thing.
You didn't come through Brick Collar.
Negative.
Delta 89 on duty, here out of Moselle.
Delta 653. Telephone Saturday.
Oh.
Stressing them dogs out.
Mm-hmm. How many dogs are in the kennels at this point? We know
I'm not
Bubba and Rogan's
Cash.
dog, Cash.
Yeah.
I think his brother. He said he was calling somebody. So.
Yeah, why aren't
Said he
you
was
keeping
calling
him close
somebody.
to you?
Yeah, I'm sure he was. There's a couple of shell casings right there.
Yeah, those will be easy to find. I was just marking a couple that were in the gravel. It might be harder to see at some point. Y'all familiar with this family?
Yes. I wasn't until he told me the names. Last
fill you
name
in later.
Murdaugh.
You all familiar of this family? And then I wasn't until he said his name. Well, I'll fill y'all in later.
Yeah.
Fill them all in on what? What? Which part?
I don't.
Anything else you need?
I don't think there's gonna be anything from anybody.
What was that?
Did I say?
You said for Evo to do?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Hey, watch your step. Huh?
That's all we have to
There are.
Yeah.
Okay.
See? Just walking up and down that path. Like, ugh.
The gentleman in the white shirt is the husband of her, father of him. That is Paul Murdaugh. That's just his mother. Paul Murdaugh was that guy in the boating accident from a while back, if you remember.
Yeah.
They're like, shit, this is a big deal.
Yeah, they very much are like that.
You
too.
know, they're going, oh shit, this is gonna be a shit show.
Fuck. And also, they're probably like, yeah, this checks out. This very well could be because of that. But
believe they're not being extra careful because of that. I mean,
Mm-mm.
yowza.
Them walking all up and down the front of the camp. Why? Go around the side. That's crazy too. And they've all done it. So there goes any possible footprints, everything gone. Doesn't count anymore. At all.
And now your shoe prints are going to be there. Whatever was on your shoes is now being left. I'm sorry. This is giving me anxiety.
Like, yeah, because all right, you already know that they're dead. That's been confirmed. Okay, because listen, somebody on the scene has to check. All right.
Yeah, so and then you seal it off.
Then you seal it off. You'll wait for all the lights to come. And then because there's no rush. There's no rush of going into the crime scene because
unless there was a storm brewing and there was a storm on the way and they needed to try to hurry. That's the only thing I can think.
But remember, they said, don't bring in the tents and the tarp, or don't bother picking, because that guy called and says, oh, I'll pick up the, awning thing. What do you call those? Tent?
Pop-up tents, canopies.
Yeah. And they were like, no, don't worry about it. It's fine. We don't need it. Actually, he said something very specific there, and I don't remember what. We're just going to try to get what we can or something. Yeah. It was not great. I was like, no, maybe you shouldn't. So we know that they now recognize who they are.
And you would think they would stop and reconvene now and it would be like, I'd be like, guys, come over here. We need to talk. We need to have a plan. Can't just have people. And why is Alex being allowed to just call people and walk around?
Mm-hmm. I mean, look how many officers are already there, and it's already a shit show. So there's that. Mary says, so part of the question, Bubba was out catching a chicken when the video was filmed, but he was in the kennels when the cops came. Who put him in the kennel? Well, I mean, apparently there's a few minutes after. Do we know that he was outside of the kennel? Or was he in? I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember enough to say, so. We'll revisit that question later. But I thought there was about 5 minutes in between too. So that's kind of plenty of time to lock them up or something. But there's still a lot of questions. But this is just the beginning of just doing a very bad job securing a double murder high profile case.
Be careful when you visit and stay in South Carolina. SLED doesn't investigate well. Okay.
No.
Should I send him my book that I just got? Criminal Investigations, my basics?
Maybe, because you see a lot of basic things that unfortunately are not done. So
most likely, he did have a firearm whenever I pulled up. It's a shotgun. It's been secured in my vehicle.
That guy.
His mouth is just, he's like.
1017. When you get a chance, can you get dispatch phone call?
You will have to give me just a few minutes, but yes, I will.
I couldn't have been further away from this call.
Yeah.
653.
Who can start a log? Who's the most expendable that can start a log? Let's put it that way.
This is. Can you start a crime scene log, please?
Who wants to be the most expendable?
Sled's on the way.
Let's start the crime scene log now after everybody has walked back and forth right next to the bodies. 6 of you have already done it, but now let's start the crime log.
But I love that he says, who's expendable? Yeah. That's not how you describe somebody. That's an important job, keeping the log, actually.
Yes. No, that's a very important job. You're right, because they're supposed to put up the scene, the crime scene tape, and then go in.
They should have everybody's name log except for the responding officer. Should have been the only one, medics, and then they should have shut that shit down. That's just my opinion.
Just our opinions. What do we know? We're just 2 girls with microphones.
That's right.
Let's push. Can we run the tape?
2007 ready to be
there to there?
Yes.
From that last poll right there. to that last
Get a
poll.
piece of paper, start writing names and times. You don't have any kind of paper?
Seriously?
Here, borrow that.
We can push it from that pole to that pole.
Yep.
You don't keep that in your car? A clipboard with paper?
Guess not.
Okay. Why don't they wait until the big lights come?
That look old or fresh? Old, yes.
Sounds like you could hear Alex in the background.
I'll just hold the light for you. Go all the way to that first.
You're not even putting gloves on to make sure you don't contaminate in case there's evidence on that pole?
Money?
What the fuckery? I haven't seen this before.
Oh, well, you're.
That's why I'm like, what the fuckery? That's why I'm writing notes. I'm like, what is going on?
Moselle Road, stop at the road. No one else come down the dirt road. Stop at the road.
As you can see, it's like spit and rain.
Okay, can you stop for a second? Because the other thing, why aren't they wearing boots in case they're snakes?
Are they not wearing boots? I don't know.
mean, the guy I saw just looked like he was wearing regular black shoes. They're out walking around. They don't have covers on. Okay, I'm going to do that.
Make a list of grievances, babe, because trust me, you're going to need more paper than they used for this log. I can tell you that. No, so like, watching a lot of trials, you hear these people take the stand and their protocol of securing a scene, heard it a bazillion times. So if you're like, well, Holly, because I literally watched numerous people testify exactly how it's done, and they did not do that at all, really. It leaves a lot to this. As I said, I don't think they're as bad as Massachusetts State Police, but they are not great. We're talking about a lot of fuckery going on.
Because in Las Vegas, when our son's friend, one of my adopted son's moms, committed suicide, they knew right off the bat it was suicide. They still blocked off the entire condo. They had an officer at the front, was logging everything. And they knew it was a suicide. They did more care than they're doing here, knowing this is a murder.
Yeah. Like they all should have stayed on the other end of, where the kennels are, because that's where they're all parking, it seems like, and just had one person block off the perimeter because you need the people to come in to take pictures, right? But no, they're just all over the place, which is real neat. Real neat.
And no protective gear.
Probably doing that.
Wait till we watch the trial. I don't think they used gloves there either. If I remember
they
right.
didn't when they were looking at the evidence.
Yeah.
What's the other way up here?
From back that way, I guess. Where the house is, I guess.
Okay. That must be.
And the outer perimeter of the crime scene, okay, yeah. I feel like that's, you can kind of walk around, but saw them walk right around the bodies, scoping them out right beside them before picture forensic people come in, which is how that's supposed to go. But
and it's dark. You can't see if you just stepped on a blood drip that
Do we have anything else?
See those tracks? I can see them right there in the grass, right there. So, but let's walk all over them though, just in case.
Sadly.
you want the times and people's names?
Just
Correct.
walking. It's fine. Don't mind. Don't mind us, guys. Wild.
Well, like I was trying to say, I have a notepad. It's just I'm
Yes.
using the back side of all the paper, so all the front side of the paper has names and information on it.
Well, you can borrow mine for a minute. It's perfectly fine, Cody.
Wait a minute. I just didn't want you to be like, we're doing also doing fucking paper. I have paper for calls.
Do you not have any crime scene log sheets? Hey, it's 717. I was asked to give you guys a call.
Have any of those.
The whole world knows you're not prepared, sir.
You're also considered the expendable one.
Yeah, I'm like,
Sir.
now we know why you're expendable because you can't even remember. How do you go show up? You know what you're reporting to. How do you not have that shit in your car at a minimum?
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. I will inquire and I'll get back to you. Okay.
Like, there.
I'll find out and
Why
give you
are
a
there
call
so
back.
many people right there?
Yep, I'll find out from him and give you a call back.
I'm wondering if they're looking for shelf.
They should
casings and
still
stuff.
wait. They should just wait till the forensic people come in.
At least the
Mess.
dogs stop barking and whimpering.
Yeah. Oh, there's one right
There's
there.
one
I
right
think
there.
that's Bubba right there.
Hey, you want us to close that in? Sir? Was that? You want us to close it in? Yeah.
Oh, it looks like a lot of the kennels are empty.
And why are your dogs sleeping outside and not in the air conditioning?
As they're hunting dogs.
I don't care.
There's a guy over here that's wanting to talk to him. That's what he believes.
Don't even know who Eric is. I know an Alex over
Alex. Alex.
Okay.
Okay.
There's a guy over here that wants to talk to him.
Yeah, but I didn't know if you wanted me to tell him that or if you wanted me to just chill for a minute. Or if you wanted me to escort him over.
He does not need to walk over there.
No, I mean a long way.
He does not need to go over there.
So you can stay there then.
You can.
Did you just get out of school, sir?
Okay.
I don't have the caller and the caller's brother's name on here because I don't know their names yet, but I can get it. But I didn't.
I already wrote it in there.
All right. I don't know where you were at. I was just found the first page I can find.
Female victim, male caller.
And then the other guy, though, I mean, he hasn't came inside the tape yet.
Then don't have to worry about him.
What a fun first day.
Just make sure you get the...
It's first day, but it sure seems like it. And this guy just standing there. Do, 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 do.
For me and you and all of us got here.
Oh my God.
Is that what you're about to say?
Yes.
We can see if there's anything we can zoom through here.
2226.
Okay, well.
2226?
Yes.
Yep.
And whoever U21 is with fire rescue, just write U21, fire rescue U21.
Yep.
And then
That was the same time as you?
He came on scene. Yeah, same time as me. It's fine. Medic 18 at 2227. 758 on scene 2230. Same time as you.
I don't think we need to hear this part, right? We're fine. Just
Six.
break came on.
Who is that guy?
When you're clear, I have a call on Majestic of a suspicious vehicle. Copy. Where's that located?
That's suspicious.
223 Majestic Oak Way in Cottage. 10-4. There's a Cottage unit that can assist. That'd be great.
Pretty sure Majestic Oaks is their jurisdiction anyway.
That's right. That is. What was it called?
Majestic Oaks or something?
And where?
I forgot.
Oh, it's a town home place.
So when SLED gets there, things are going to improve, right?
Oh, that's who's there.
Oh, no, they said they were waiting for SLED.
Oh, are they waiting for
earlier.
SLED?
Yeah. So this is like the locals, the sheriff and stuff.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I was mistaking the sheriff's team for the SLED team. Their outfits look pretty much the same.
She's also threatening to use it for It happened about 5 minutes ago.
I need to hear what they're saying.
Right? Go be nosy, officer.
Yes, sir.
Can't tell if they're bald.
We're going to discuss it later and find out.
Okay. Just I'll make sure I didn't miss something.
Nope.
Not as many.
Not as many. Yeah. Oh, now you're going to put on gloves. Okay. Good job.
Well, the dad's over there. Actually, hold on. Some people just won't do it.
Fire rescue might have some more sheets we can
That's
steal.
That's right. It shouldn't be like 550 law enforcement.
There is his law enforcement.
See that guy just grabbing that door frame with the sand? What are we doing?
I can't believe. Well, they're wearing gloves. I didn't see if the other guy was.
I hope so. I don't know. I think it is.
I don't think you're going to fit it in 300 blackout under there.
Not unless it's the shortest 300 blackouts ever been made. I don't think he put that phone back.
I haven't asked the dad about the phone, but dad did say he came over and checked their pulses. Beyond that, I don't know what else he may have done.
Should just let him walk around and do what he wants. Instead of talking to him.
He had a shotgun.
He did have a shotgun with him. I have secured that in my vehicle.
Yeah, but it's an upward side. This is one over the
Well, see, immediately they're not wrong. So one of the interesting, so it is interesting how Paul was shot because it was an upward trajectory, right? Which I mean, yeah, I guess you could lift the gun a little bit, but like his team is like, oh, you hear this thing about like tiny ninja people. But it is important because there is a lot more upwards than one would, because Alex is tall. All right. He's a tall dude.
Right. So it would be down.
So, or yeah, but no, it's all up in there. But then I wonder, I forget how far they said the shot distance was. I think it was very close range. And not to be too graphic, but Paul's head is basically missing.
Yeah.
So, if it was super close range, right? Couldn't it also, and again, I don't mean to be graphic or crude, but the head would kind of explode.
Yes.
Like, so
it would
it could
obliterate
be
it.
up, side, down, all around. And that's very much but I can't remember. I don't think they could even tell how far away it was because it's missing, if I remember right. But as you notice, I just wanted to point that out because that comes up in the trial too. Make your own conclusions there. So yes, well, if we knew, I guess, but yeah, it's pretty pretty bad. Honestly, I don't know how they're just looking at it like they are right now, but that's probably because they have the job they do.
That's their job. Yeah.
Oh, it's rough. He did have gloves on.
Yep. So I got multiple gunshots out of that window too.
Do we see a shell?
At least 3.
A shell.
Got it.
Oh, not so little llama just got home and scared me. Hi, sweetie.
Yes.
Do you need in and out times or just times arrive? Like if they exit multiple times and come back in.
You don't need to keep doing all that.
Okay.
Give me just a few minutes for a check-in with him. Is that okay? Yeah. All right.
Oh, there's 2 puppies. I got a lot of crap just piled up there.
Just so you know, I've got at least 5 holes in the window in the back of that shed where rounds were exiting out back that way.
Which is going to be buckshot because of the damn wadding on the face. He was carrying a shotgun on the guy.
It is currently in my vehicle.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. His wife.
Thank you.
Y'all just make sure on that side. That's it. Nobody else.
Yeah, I'm even slightly more confused now if that is a suicide.
How many pellets are normally in a buckshot?
10, 12.
The reason I asked is just because the holes that are in that window look very large.
Yeah, there's some glass.
Yeah.
Some of them larger, some of them smaller.
That's on a buckshot.
You'd need it in wood. Something solid.
There's a whole bunch of trees back there, so we might be able to find something in a tree. I don't know.
What are they thinking now?
Well,
I have no clue, but
he had a
what I'm
shotgun.
Huh?
He had a shotgun. But don't know.
But basically, not his actual
So you got a power and negative
brain
contact
matter
with any.
is on the ceiling. And so if you're shot in an upper angle,
Copy.
the shotgun was laying on the floor,
Appreciate it.
that would point to suicide. That doesn't explain her or all the three of them.
See, he got here, tip shotgun.
That's what I'm saying.
Possible.
But yeah, that's the outlier.
Yeah, that and the
300 black.
dozen shell cases from the 300 Black House.
Is there a casing under this, or is it just chilling there? Okay, that's just chilling there. That's just trash. I'll stop.
It's okay, I got it.
Okay, appreciate you, Chad.
Those over there are not trash.
Correct.
I think this is where Cody would try to tie that back together for his initial area.
Gotcha.
Central 76 out of Moselle.
Welcome back to night shift.
Can't believe the Murdaughs didn't have big floodlights out there.
Oh, that's terrible. I don't wish that on the motherfucker.
Mm-mm.
No, I had to bury a child. I ain't got much of that. I ain't gonna bury a child and a wife.
7877. Copy, go. Good. Falcons Ferry and Jacksonville Road.
I'm going to clear up if I'm not.
Got a part of a vehicle.
Don't think I need you.
Where are
Pickup
you at?
truck in the ditch with the flashes
No,
on.
where's your car? Is that yours right there?
Call advised against anyone around the vehicle. No signs of arrest.
I'll be able to
It's after the
get some
church.
people out of my way.
The first road on the right.
Danny,
Yes, sir.
your shotgun, you get where is it?
It is currently in my
Copy.
passenger seat of my
From the
Tahoe.
46
Right,
northbound.
yes, sir. That's exactly what it's saying. It was leaning up against the truck right there whenever I grabbed it. Okay.
787.
I haven't even touched it to clear it.
Well, that's fine.
It's fully loaded, still sitting there.
That'd be great. Have a long ETA.
Yeah, Chad, if you want to, you might be able to get out before the rest of our rescue gets here. Because they're gonna block
I
it.
just want to check the CID and make
They're
sure.
bringing tents or something, or what are they doing?
I'm not sure what they want.
We really don't need any more fire rescue unless.
All right, sorry. Quick check-in. I'm back.
Randy. That's one.
Did I miss anything of interest?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I believe it was because he said he was calling his brother.
This is Randy.
For all y'all know, he's picking up bullet casings and doing whatever.
Right? Of course, I forgot to get a drink.
Double H brought me a bag of chips and a drink
Oh, nice.
because I forgot to eat lunch.
This is the power tracks over here.
This is 19 and 11.
Yeah, that's right.
A lot of people just standing around.
Okay.
Do you need me to lift the sheet at all so you can see closer to her body? How old? No, Cody's got my notebook where I had her date of birth in there.
She was
I don't
born in
remember what the guy
68.
told me off the top of my head. But I think somewhere around mid-40s, I think.
No, she was born in
She's in her
68.
She's in her 50s, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was quite a compliment, sir. I'm sure she would have appreciated.
That's right. Yeah.
Appreciated that. It's very flattering of you.
I got Cheetos stuff on my mouse.
Well, I knew it was his wife. Right. Okay.
Yes.
I heard it was his wife, but I haven't heard it now.
Or did it look like she was at Danny?
Her head.
Looked like a shotgun or rifle round?
That I couldn't tell. It was a big old hole coming out the back of her head. And hair all over the place, so it looked like it probably went in and then came out. And his looked more like the top of his head.
The round on him had a big wad behind it, so it was a shotgun.
I mean, there's a whole bunch of 300, there's 300 blackout shell casings there, 3 of them right there, and then inside is a shotgun wadding, but we did not see a shotgun shell anywhere.
Which almost leads you
What kind of shotgun did you put in your truck?
I believe it's a 12 gauge.
No, not.
I don't.
Over and under auto
pump.
It may still be in the chamber.
This guy's face does not change the whole time.
I know. I'm like, does he have a different expression?
I didn't look super closely at it. I was more concerned with getting it away from him and
But if he stretched out because it went in here, took everything out the top. But a pump shotgun, he's got. I guess if he fell, but both his hands were laying underneath his abdomen when he fell forward,
which makes sense. If he's got to reach.
He's got to reach down and do that, yeah, because he'd have to hold it on him. Yeah,
right there, that very first one with the blue lights.
it's in the safe. It's in here.
This front one right here.
You know, the dogs.
Mm-hmm. The wadding is right there.
This is also the trial where I learned the difference between duck shot and buckshot. They spent a lot of time talking about it in the trial, in my opinion. But I also
A lot. It's not a pump.
never care for ballistics.
Dirt. Yeah, it did have some dirt on the barrel.
Shotgun there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It wasn't a pump. I thought it was, but it's not a pump. It's automatic.
Oh, thanks. Oh, hi, friend. All right.
Got one on the ride.
Thanks, Squid. Hope you're doing well, babes. I haven't seen you for a while. Sorry, I've been very busy, but thank you. Happy to have you guys.
Am I okay to discontinue this? Yeah. If I'm not talking to that guy?
I don't think I've heard that. No. Would they mute? And why? Oh, because that's the end of it. Okay. All right.
Those who've just joined us, we are watching Body Cam from Alex Murdaugh from the murders.
Yeah, so we talked about the news in the last week that's happened, new news. And then now we've been watching body cams from June 7th, 2021. And we have another one. So you are just in time. This one, again, same scene. This is from Officer McDowell or Sheriff McDowell. I don't really remember their actual position names. I'm sorry, but okay, so let's do this one. This one is also about 30 minutes. We may or may not hear new stuff on, but these are the two that they showed in trial. So
welcome in, Kelly.
Okay. Where are we at here? Oh, if I press play.
All I know is I need another bag of Cheetos. That one bag wasn't enough.
I mean, at least he's walking, you know, kind of away. Well,
Yeah.
just kidding. And no, you guys will not see any graphic, anything like that.
How you doing?
What's her birthday?
I'm okay.
Oh wait, is that the guy who's?
9/15/68.
Okay, and what's your
That's the guy whose body cam we just finished watching.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure, right? Because then we see Alec like give them birth dates or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that must be Officer Green, and we're now watching from Officer McDowell. I should have been paying attention. I wasn't.
son's first name? You said Paul?
Paul Terry Murdaugh.
I don't need to see your belly.
Sorry, guys. I said no graphic images.
What are they covering them up?
Tell them they don't have to do that. They don't need to.
I think they should.
I think they should, especially if it's drizzling.
Hey, he's asked that if we don't have to disturb anything, not to. We've got the sled on the way.
See?
Yep.
And that's it.
All right.
Right through here, go around this way here. So this thing is broad enough.
And you're just going to walk
Yes,
over
I
it.
I told everybody else to cancel, so don't worry else come down here.
Thank you.
I mean, they're deceased, so they shouldn't be in a hurry.
Yeah, that's what does. I don't understand it.
Hey, Cody, I need a piece of that tape whenever you get done. Yeah. If y'all don't mind, just mark them. Do what? Okay. I got a casing right here, so watch your step.
Is your truck staying there so I can tie this to it?
Aw.
$300 blackout.
I was gonna say, I think we do not learn, but this guy is. We've been seeing him in the background from Greens and just didn't realize. So he might be in some of those conversations that we wanted to overhear because we're nosy and didn't get to.
We're not nosy. We need the information. There's a difference.
It's fine. I'm fine with being nosy. Oh, I don't know. They're very close to being as bad as
They
that.
said they had several casings by her body, but this one will be a little bit harder to find later, so I want to mark it real fast.
But if you are super into Karen Reed stuff, over on my channel, Couch Court with Llama, we have been covering the civil suits. We're wrapping up O'Keefe wrongful death tomorrow, well, being caught up. And then we're starting the Ham v. Reed and Turtle Boy the following week. And we're going to be doing rewatch parties from the trials. So if you are into that, please go subscribe to @Couch Court with Llama. Because it's going to be a fun time. But Sled is very, I mean, when you put MSP and Sled together, like it
Yeah.
leaves a lot to be desired. So, yeah. Did he touch the bullet with his fingers?
Why are there so many shell casings and only one?
And only one what?
Nice. Oh, it's rock.
Okay.
What is that? What is that weird note? What is that about? Is that a dog?
I'm not sure what that was.
Smart Mary. That's why we keep you around, girl. Could be, Jeff. Could be. Look at you, chat today. You're very smart.
Can I see a couple more pieces? I found some more.
I know it was squeaky and it was hurting.
Over there? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why there's 300 blackout. I'm trying to figure out why there's so many shell casings, but only one gunshot went to the back of each head. Not my job to figure that out. I'm just curious. I only saw one more casing, but just in case I see more. Daniel put his car in there. So, no. This is, I'll tell you about this in a minute.
Tell us now.
Because he's on camera.
There's blood over here. Right there. You looking at shell casings? 300 blackout.
Who's this?
Sheriff.
I
Probably.
forget. Blackout, because again, ballistics are like not my thing. And this one involves a lot of ballistics. Is blackout the type of cartridge or it's the gun, right? It's not like the brand of the bullets. I don't
think so.
Like, how did he know? Is it just the gun? I can't remember which, because different bullets have like their brand name. But I think it's the gun is that right, chat? Sorry. Again.
But I thought the blackout, let me look real quick, because I thought that was the cartridge that goes inside like an AR-15 style gun. Yes, that's what it is.
So the cartridge, the brand is blackout then. Yeah.
It's not.
It's the ammo
brand
cartridge.
Because the brand is AAC.
Okay, so
but
the
it's
bullets,
the cartridge.
The bullets are blackout bullet. That's what I'm going to call.
Yeah.
The name of the ammunition doesn't matter. The gun.
Right.
Okay. Again. Oh,
but it goes in AR-15 style guns.
Okay. Got it. Like I said, there will be lots and lots and lots of ballistic testimony.
I can make my daddy proud.
Hey, I took away from it learning the difference between buckshot and birdshot, and that's a lot for me. So normally I just zone out, but I do remember that. But thank you guys. I couldn't remember which it was.
There's a couple of shell casings out there.
Yeah, those will be easy to find. I was just marking a couple that were in the gravel that might be harder to see at some point.
Oh, so
y'all
those
familiar with this family?
Blackouts will fit not just in ARs. Okay.
All right. I'll fill you in later.
Stop doing that. We want to know now.
I don't think there's going to be anything from anybody to do here. was that? Because I'd say.
You said for Evo to do?
Yeah, for me
Yes.
and Evo. Please watch your.
Hey, watch the step. Huh?
We're thinking the same.
Everyone's coming off Moselle Road.
The gentleman in the white shirt is the husband of her father. That is Paul Murdaugh. This is his mother.
Oh, you have to get a modification. Okay.
Yeah.
I think they talk about that in the trial now that I think about it. When they're talking about
It's going to
Paul's.
be retaliation from family.
He did have a firearm whenever I pulled up. It's a shotgun. He's been secured in my.
That's right.
It's 300 blackout.
Yeah, Mary, your memory's real good,
300
girl.
blackout.
I'm like, dang, girl.
Dude, I don't understand what's up with all the shell casings when there's only one.
You will have to give me just a few minutes, but yes, I will.
I couldn't have been further away from this stuff. You can start a log. Who's the most expendable that can start a log? Let's put it that way.
Oh, we know they find a guy, and they were not
It's gonna be
wrong.
him.
The guy who had no paper, nothing.
Okay, that's Mary, but I was sitting here thinking, like you practice shooting.
From that last hole right there to that last hole.
I was like, do they not have to?
Yes, sir.
This is one of my northerner questions. So
Okay.
my southern South Carolina friends. Okay, they have all these shell casings like everywhere because it's like a farm, but like, don't they have to like mow their grass and shit? Like, why would these just be around everywhere? Why would you not clean up afterwards? Or does it? I mean, I don't see how it doesn't matter. It can't be good for the mower.
I mean, I don't know if anybody's mowing that area or what they're doing, but I know back on like our deer lease thing, there even at camp, there was gun shells everywhere. They would finish hunting and they would just throw them there on the ground in that area. So I don't know why.
Okay. But y'all do mow your grass, right? I know that. Listen, I know that sounds like a really dumb question. All right. But I have a lot of Southern friends. And about every week or so, one of us mentions something where the other is just like, what?
Like
And
we
they're
don't,
like, yeah, like, I
we
don't
don't mow
know.
our back 40. We only mow our proper yard, but not the
Okay.
back 40.
But I mean, that grass seems kind of short there, but okay. All right. If you're using a large one, it won't matter very much.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks
And
for the
especially
answer.
with all that gravel, they're not mowing that area where all those rocks are.
Well, and that's what I was thinking too, right? Is like, well, because my grandparents lived on like a huge gravel, driveway that went up to their house, and we would have to, before my grandpa would go, mow the yard, we'd have to go along the sides and kick all the rocks back into there.
And
So that's why I was like, well, how are they mowing the yard? But okay,
yeah.
all right. They might also pick up the grass and my grandpa had a grasshopper. I love driving a grasshopper. It was very, very cool. It was like a lawnmower, man. At the time.
Oh, yeah.
Any weapons?
No. There's 300 blackout casings around them, but I don't see any weapons. They've not seen any weapons.
Push it from that hole to that hole.
Okay.
Just in case there's something out here.
Oh, that's right. They did have the caretaker. I forgot about that guy. Okay. Well, Laney, that might be where they're holding the retrial, is in Columbia. That's what they suggested. Not decided yet.
Mr. Bud, can y'all get a police officer with my older son in Columbia?
It is interesting
What
that
was
now he
Alex?
asked about Buster.
Okay, I was 6'8".
But
What?
then again, out of mind. He was like, "What about Buster? Can't you guys send somebody there?" Well, I think it might be the first time he mentioned it, but okay. But I don't know. In fairness, I would be in the here and now, and then your brain starts
I
working
was
later.
6'8".
In fairness,
My
'cause Buster
brain
doesn't
would
live there,
right,
you know, so he's used to Buster not being here
right.
anyway. In fairness,
Yeah.
but also kind of like, fuck, where's my other kid?
Have you called back? No, I haven't told him yet. It's got to be you to tell him, isn't it?
I marked the ones that were in the gravel, but there's several more.
Oh my God, you guys could have a cute little meetup. Maybe we'll meet up next April for the trial if we get to go. I'm going to be very mad though if a Karen's civil trial is the same time as this trial. I'm very annoyed.
Sounds like they're using Nextels almost.
Oh wow, you remember those and how annoying they were?
Oh yeah, I lived with one. Or like,
Guess what sucks. Oh look, he has. Oh, never mind. That was just a lie. I was going to say he had on tall boots, but he did not. Sorry.
I mean, they're walking around for all they know. They could be stepping on blood drops and stuff.
Exactly. I don't know why they're all walking around like this. It's ridiculous.
I mean, I get
Stupid.
you want to find the casings, but couldn't that wait until you have lights?
Right?
I'm just a dumb Texas girl, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Mary, I know I have one. And I turned that part off.
Yep.
Watch. Because you could walkie-talkie between me and Double H on them.
Oh. The future. I just learned how to do tab groups on Google yesterday. You know me, I'm behind all of the time in tech things. Jeffrey.
Oh,
That's
Jeffrey, I
one.
love that.
But it
And I
looked like
love
only
your
one
profile picture.
wing to the back of each head.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand what the other casings are about, but
It's out by the hunting dogs where the hunting is. There's gun.
Maggie was shot several times, wasn't she? Like
he just said, but maybe they're just thinking.
Yeah, I don't think they know that because I feel like she was shot in her leg and back or shoulder or something. Is that? I don't know. Do you guys remember?
Mary, and that's why I don't like them. Because I one time was in a meeting and something not that bad happened, but yeah. He's saying it looks like she was only shot once.
I'll see you again, Heidel. Thanks for joining.
See you on the flip side.
Through the back, out the breast, and through the hand. Oh, that's right.
And in the leg.
In the leg, and then in the head. I was going to say, I thought she was.
Because the way he's saying it, he's like, she only
multiple.
shot once. Why is there so many casings? Well, because there's more than one. Can you imagine if the dogs could talk? They would be able to be witnesses.
I know. Who ended up getting the dog? Buster. I know the other one's Rogan's. So.
Yeah.
My other
Or
question.
not Buster, Bubba. Is the dog's name.
Could you pause for a second?
Yeah.
How, knowing the money they have, how come they don't have cameras out on their kennel property that watches their dog? That just hit me because I'm like,
there's no cameras anywhere.
Why is there no cameras out there?
Well,
I mean, are we weird that we have cameras? But even if they're trail cameras, you can go pull the cards out if they're not connected to Wi-Fi. But
kind of weird.
Why wouldn't you? Because these dogs are expensive. That equipment out there is expensive. And if you're away at your beach property, don't you want to be able to go on and look to see what's going on with your property?
I would think so. Yeah, I don't think there was any on the house. There definitely wasn't down there, but I don't think there was any on the house either, which I think is pretty weird, especially since, Paul was getting all these threats. Why wouldn't you be afraid that somebody is good? And it's out in the middle of nowhere. I don't know about, but family I have that lived in rural areas too. Like you would have, like my grandparents' driveway I was telling you about. So like the minute you pull off the road into that, there's like a thing that beeps in the house to let you know that somebody is coming up.
Right.
So that way you're not like caught off guard. I feel like there are several things that it's
like we have that, and we don't live out in the middle of nowhere.
That's true, but also we know he was very busy with some other criminal crimes, so you'll have that. Blanca has Bubba. Oh, I love that.
Okay. Did you read the next one? She thought she was having sleep.
In his sleep. Oh, that's so sad.
Dogs can get trauma from stuff like that too.
Oh, that makes me sad. Whether they react loud to gunshots and stuff. Yeah. Oh. Interesting.
Oh, I agree. They can talk to each other. We just can't understand them.
I mean, it probably wouldn't bother me very much about the cameras, except we have this boat crash incident that has happened a couple of years.
And you're getting threats.
Because a lot of rural people, they don't have they might have something going on their lane and like, that's it, right?
I would have them buy the dogs. I mean, because what if somebody comes and steals your dogs? Or what if a fox is trying to get your dogs and you hear a ruckus? Do you run down from the house or do you just look on the camera and see what's happening?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they didn't have none except for the trail cams, which is interesting. But and she said that when Alex would come around, Bubba would start acting really weird. Oh.
That's the dad's / husband.
It's Mr. Murdaugh, sir.
And I know they say Murdoch. That's what Alex says, but it don't make no sense. He pronounces his whole name weird. Why is it so dark?
I don't know.
I don't think this will be a tough one for you.
Who turned out the lights?
I don't think
it is. It ain't gonna be hard.
That was a Doctor Who reference. Hey, who turned out the lights? It's one of my favorite episodes. The only camera around was the secret one placed by the private investigator at the entrance of the driveway. Was there one there? Thank you, Jeffrey. Yeah, Philadelphian, what's up?
I mean,
what's up?
A lot of people that live out in the rural country in the South, you also have either a camera or a call box at your gate so you know who's coming on your property, especially if it's a long gravel or limestone road to get to your house. I just can.
I mean, I think it's weird because
I
they
think
have
it's
the
weird, too.
means and
Exactly.
the boat crash situation. Like, I would believe they have cameras everywhere, but
Where are you going to take off?
this guy's not doing much shit.
You want me to do it? You stand here, or you want to do it?
Still not sure why I even testified at this rate.
I know. I understand that. I just if you did,
whatever you want to do.
stay right here then.
All right.
He's trying to get his steps in. Let him go do it. Well, Mary, they learned they are not above the law. I just keep thinking, poor Buster.
Yeah.
Okay, who was that random person?
I think that was that John Marvin. Hold on. Let me see. It could be Alex's brother. Let me go back a little bit because I don't. It's probably one of his brothers. It's either
Okay.
Randy or John Marvin.
Well, he's outside the crime scene, so I'm proud of that.
Because they said they had called his brother at one. Maybe it was in the last video. I'm guessing that's one of them, but maybe not. Or Eric. Oh, wait, is that Eric Bland? Because they do mention somebody named Eric is there waiting.
Yeah, but I mean,
but I don't think that Eric Brand. He's an attorney. I don't remember who that is. Right, Eric Bland's boat crash attorney, right?
787 Central.
Or that's Tinsley. Is it both of them?
Clear. I have a problem with this. They go vehicle.
Oh, it could be him. Could be him. He did the financial crimes. He was.
That's a lot of dog kennels.
Is
guys, is there anything I can do to help y'all?
Is Bland is the Satterfield's attorney? Is that right, Mary? I think so. Because then Tinsley is boat crash. I think.
Mary, can we use your brain?
Can we use your brain? Oh, look at
Or-
the good voice.
Okay.
Sheet up.
All right.
And what I like to do is pick it up this way so they can't see.
Yep.
The only thing we're going to do is see if there's an M because it changes the scope of everything. If firearms underneath him,
Yep.
we can slow down with all this shit and just let sled handle it.
I get that.
But if it's not, we're going to back everything off real quick
Okay.
and back everybody even further out.
All right. I'm gonna go grab some
Grab some gloves real
gloves.
quick.
That's the conversation we wanted to hear.
I got some right here.
I wonder why they haven't released the ambulance.
Why they haven't released what?
The ambulance, why they're still making it hang out there.
They got nothing else to do. It's late at night. Why not? I don't know.
I got to do a report on that.
Y'all know who the gentleman is in shirt, yellow shirt?
Yeah, his name is Mark Ball.
Yeah, that's the law. That's his.
Thank you, Mary.
Victim's partner.
Law partner. All right.
Oh, okay. That's not one of his Murdaugh best. He's not part of the Murdaugh Bestie Crime Club, is he? This is still very early on. This is within like the first 20, 30 minutes of them getting there. So like 10:30.
There is parts next to him there.
All I want to do is if I can get where you can lift it on each corner. Lift it that way.
Oh, this officer's the door frame guy.
Fire rescue might have some more sheets.
Why do I need to keep looking at her?
There is his law partner is back
Or
there.
him? The door.
Oh, I know, right? Look at all the blood on the door and even on the sheet.
And then there was bullet holes through the window. Wow.
Pimp lawyer.
I don't think he put that phone back on his line either.
I haven't asked Dad about the phone, but Dad did say he came over and checked the pulses. Beyond that, I don't know what else he did.
But if you look back here,
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Well, he had it there.
He had a shotgun. He did have a shotgun, but I secured that in my vehicle.
Yeah, but then it's an upward shot. Yours is one bullet. Yeah, but that's because he took his head off on the given. So that damn gun.
Yep.
That she is so bloody already.
Shots out of that window too.
do we see a shell?
At least 3.
A shell somewhere.
I need to hear what they're saying.
All right, let's do this. The ones that are in the tape, that's it. Nobody else in the tape. Even our guys that come up with us going to hold them.
Oh, so now nobody can come in the
If you
tape
would
area.
call Laura, have her divert to the office. So they would come on with the tent. Laura, or whichever one's closest, either her or James, whichever one's closest to the office, divert to the office. Can you find out here if they want us to do? Get Laura started on 35. Yep. Yeah, let's go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and get a circle going. That's what I'm asking. Okay. Yeah, definitely.
Hey, can you divert to the office to start at 35?
Yeah, that's not.
Just so you know, I've got at least. Sorry. Good.
Which is going to be
Excuse me.
Yeah. Thank you.
y'all just make sure on that side. That's it. Everybody got it.
Yeah, I'm even slightly more confused now if that is a suicide.
How many pellets?
There's no gun there. How could it be a suicide?
10, 12.
The reason I asked is just because the holes that are in that window are very large.
Yeah, there's glass.
Some of them larger, some of them smaller.
It'd be hard to. You'd need it in wood or something solid.
There's a whole bunch of trees back there, so they might be able to find something in a tree.
Yeah.
What are they thinking now?
I have no clue, but here's what I'm deducting.
He had a shot. But
But basically, not his actual brain, but his brain matter is on the ceiling in there. So he was shot at an upward angle.
Yeah.
The shotgun wad laying on the floor. That would point to suicide. That doesn't explain her or all the 300 blackout cases.
But is the gun there, the shotgun?
He got here, took the shotgun.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's the outlier.
Yeah, that and the
300 blackout.
dozen shell casings from 300 blackout.
That guy. You protect rated. I don't like it. Are you talking about the storage shed? Jeffrey.
is there a casing under this, or is this just chilling there? Okay, that's just chilling. It's just trash.
It's okay, I got it.
Okay, appreciate you, Jeff.
Those over there are not trash.
Correct.
I think this is where Cody decided to tie that back together, where his initial tear was.
Which officer's camera is this? This is. Hold on. Let me scroll back up because I didn't miss
I'm
stuff.
going to look.
This is McDowell body cam. Mm-hmm. Both Green, who's there on the left, and McDowell both testify in the trial. I don't know why McDowell does at this rate. He literally has done nothing, but okay. Oh, no.
Close your
Oh, I'm so sorry. Please
I'm
don't.
going to clear up if I'm not needed.
Don't think
You're expendable. Leave.
I'm expendable. I'm going to have to go do vlogs. Great.
I'll be able to get some people out of my way. Sir? Daniel was first, I was second.
Oh, that's why.
Daniel.
But who's the incident command person?
That's exactly what it was saying. It was leaning up against the truck right there whenever I grabbed it. Okay. Oh, that's fine. Fully loaded still.
When he says it to Donna Noble, who I love.
That's what I'm trying to do. I just want to check with CID and make sure I'm not needed.
Criminal investigation.
They will bring in
division.
tents.
I'm hungry.
How could I thinking it's a suicide's got me?
Do y'all need anything else with me? If not, I'm gonna clear up. All right. Daniel has that.
They're like my favorite companionship.
Central 758. I'll be clearing up, heading back south.
The doctor and Donna Noble. I love it.
Ooh, Mary, emotional support Pop-Tarts. I'm trying to cut back on sugar, or I would go grab some.
Hold on 1 minute.
Okay, well that was all of that. All right. So those were the first two responding officers to the scene. So that's why they testified then.
So many questions.
Yeah, it leaves a lot to be desired, huh?
But you know, Sled's going to show up. Sled's going to do everything right. They're going to make sure it's handled right going forward, right?
Absolutely. Why would you think otherwise? Why would you think otherwise? Spoiler, that is not what happens. That is not what happens at all. So this is where we're going to end today, friends.
Yes.
Now next Monday, because we like to cover Murdaugh on Mondays, we'll go over anything that new that's come out between now and then. And then we're going to pick right back up on this timeline here, which will include Alex interview in the car of this night and a subsequent interview a few days later. So depending how much new stuff we have to cover, but we'll definitely be getting into at least his interview from the night in question here. So that is what we got for you.
Mary, we'll be back on Monday. Can join me for Dearest Mother's Darkest Secrets at 9 tonight. And it's a crazy one. It's one that's baffling. Tonight's episode.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
No, I mean, it is. I mean, there's a lot. I have a lot of questions. Usually it's more clear cut. Got lots of questions tonight.
Right? I know I'm going to be keeping an eye on this Allendale murder, though. That
I know.
news. I'm going to keep my eye out on some of that stuff until then.
Could you imagine how the family feels? They're like, really? You didn't submit any of this for how many months? And you've been telling us, the loved ones, that you're working on the case?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You had to watch tomorrow morning. Well, tomorrow morning you can find me, just me tomorrow. Buffy is busy over on Couch Court with Llama, where I'm wrapping up the O'Keefe v. Karen Reed wrongful death lawsuit. Well, not wrapping up, caught up. I need to say it the right way. So that way we'll be in real time going forward. But that's where you can find me tomorrow, because I am off for the rest of the night. I'm getting to go do high school homework.
That's right.
With my son. Not very excited about it, you guys. Not very excited about it at all. Maybe we should take a poll. How many Minty Bees does Llama have in the week because of homework in high school? It's going to be 3's a good estimate for sure.
But hey, you've got him a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
That's right. They did recently have a son, Buster, and his wife.
Yeah, they did.
But wouldn't you want to change your last name? I mean, just asking for a friend.
It kind of is. It's he's easily changing his name won't make.
I mean,
any
it's not going to
difference.
help him any.
Very, very noticeable there. But all right, friends.
Thank you for joining us today, guys.
Yes, thank you for the squid raid.
Yes.
Let her know. I hope she's doing well. She is, in case you don't know who that is, Squid Pro Quo. Go subscribe to her channel. She's been on with Nick Starro when I've been on, and she is a good time. So, yeah, he did name the kid after that. It was weird, but you know, that weird male legacy thing is very important to some people,
especially the Southerners.
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
You would think we were British royals or something that names mattered, right?
You would think. But all right, friends. Well, that's all we've got for you today. I want to say thank you for joining us. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment on this video. Let us know what your thoughts are so far, of whether it's the breaking news at the beginning or new news, not breaking news. I don't need a comment about that. I'm good. Thank you.
That's old news.
That's old news. Or the body cams, or if you want us to look at something else, please leave us a comment there.
Yes.
But as I always say, until next time, friends, go forth and be amazing.
Stay safe, stay aware, and remember, it is free to be kind.
That's right. All right, friends, we will see you later. All right, bye.
Guys.